What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Culture Cast. And I don't know what Tubbs is doing, but yeah. So a lot of you will be wondering what the hell is going on with the intro. So first of all, I felt like we needed a disclaimer for Tubbs in general. And second of all, because of the Avengers music that's in the other one, every goddamn week I'm getting hit with a copyright claim. It's not a strike as such, but yeah, that was annoying me. So I had to change the music. So it is what it is.
I personally think it works better.
Okay. How so?
It feels more authentic. Oh, what the fuck is happening there? It just feels more authentic.
So yeah, we changed up the music a bit, and I kind of, as you probably know, you probably noticed, I kind of stole the idea from South Park a little bit. But if we're going to steal from someone, it may as well be the best, like, right?
Well, that is my generation, kid. So
So how is everybody? I had a little tester there about 2 hours ago with tonight's guest, and they are ready to roll, whoever they may be. And you've gone sideways, Tubbs. Suck me sideways. Well, we've broken him, guys. What the fuck? There you go.
I have no clue what the
Happened
fuck
there?
happened there.
Yeah, so let's go through the
Yeah,
comments.
what the fuck is after happening there? That's weird.
Mick says, woof. Hello, all. Hello. This is at 8:36, so eager beavers. Mick, Rolando was here. Yes, Rolando, we are on tonight. He said, is this today? Yes, we are. We're here. We're here. We're having the crack. Rolando, yes, it is. Shanti is here. She says, hello, everyone. I'll be back when they go live. You fucking better be. Shanti, Mick says, hi, Shanti. Jonathan says, evening all. After careful review of Tubbs' singing a few weeks back, the results are in, but it's Neil Poit for the Culture Cast.
Why is my screen fucking going all bonkers on me?
So yeah, the guys are so desperate for us to come on a while ago. They started watching the Eurovision, Tubbs.
Oh, Jesus Christ above. Why would you subject
I,
yourself
I
to that
never
torture?
thought I never thought in like 95 episodes we'd have to talk about the fucking Eurovision on here. But Mick says Ireland no points, Ireland no points. That just reminds me of the Father Ted episode. Uh, hey Brian Tubbs, hey G Unit.
Story G-Force.
Hey Shanti, Mick and Jonathan. G man, this is me telling everyone that you were late. G-Force getting antsy, says 140 on the screen. And I said, just waiting for Tubbs eternally.
I swear. It's
James is
strange one.
here. Hey, James. G4 says it's like Thunderdome around here, no rules. Well, there is rules, but I just choose not to enforce them half the time.
Yeah, and just to employ them or fucking I
We
don't know,
gotta
nip
keep
them.
we gotta keep Tubbs some bit honest, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean you gotta keep the fucking. Do we gotta keep the horse on the track? Is that what they say? I don't know.
Train on the tracks, Tubbs.
There you go. See, this is why you moderate the show. Oh, fuck off.
Hey James, and he's gone sideways again.
Okay, give me 2 seconds because this is fucking being a dickhead.
While you're messing about with that, so I just want to throw out a massive. He's gone. I just want to throw out a massive thank you for Shabby for coming on the show last week. It was great fun and very enjoyable show to have Shabby on. And a massive congratulations to Shabby, Tez, and Matt ZSR, who hit their 100th show last Friday. So massive congrats to them. Of course, we'll be there soon. All going well. So yeah, I'll just continue to read down through the comments while Tubbs does Tubbs things. Hey G Force Mick. Fuller said, I rode the fucker around the field since he was a fall. He rides a bit like Shargar. He jumps like Tiernan Og. That's that horse outside song, isn't it? Connor. Hey Connor, Jared is here. Jared is feverishly keeping us updated on the Culture Cast group chat about the Eurovision. Manga Fandanga, tip of the cap. Manga Man, G Force, Hey Sai. Miriam is here. Thanks to be Jesus. I think Miriam was getting antsy about the Culture Cast starting as well because lads, Man City and Real Madrid was on the other channel. I know, not much better than the Eurovision, but yeah, you could have watched that. Hey, Jared. Mick. Miriam says, evening, everyone. Evening, Miriam. Connor says, evening, Mick, G-Force. Jonathan, James, Rolando, Jared, Cy, Miriam, Brian, Tubbs, and all the angels and saints. Hey, Miriam. Cy. Jared, Miriam, Connor. Mick says, class. Manga Fandangus. Oh, it's after jumping on me, you bastard. Where did she go? Okay. Manga says, tip of the cap to all the chat. James. Hey, Connor. I always like Anthony Mackie's reaction in this. Spot on it, though. Wait, is he back? Are you
I
back?
don't have a clue what happened. I think I got it working. No, do you know what happened? The screen just started to just like go fucking dim after 30 seconds and just turn and go blank. So it was
Tubbs.
like causing my phone to go back into portrait mode.
When I get up in the morning, I'm dim every morning. So,
But look,
different
why
kind.
does it do that?
I don't know. My brain just doesn't work sometimes. Pop culture. Jonathan says, "Sigh." Smith Lord is here. Smithy says, "Mick."
Smitty.
Howdy, Chris. Hey, Smith Lord. Chris, hey, Smith Lord. Jonathan says, I thought you changed the music as a Eurovision reference, Brian. No, it's just the very boring, don't want the copyright crap. So, yeah. And the music I picked was probably better than anything you'd see in Eurovision anyway. Smith Lord says he still doesn't look any bigger sideways.
Oh, fuck you, buddy.
Tubbs, I have to ask, I have a question now, actually.
Yeah.
Are you doing your homework late for show or whatever the fuck we call it?
No. I'm just doing a quick scribble so I have something for Sean Ted.
That's what I mean. Are you doing your homework late?
See, as I said to you, I'm working on a bigger project at the moment, so it's taking up my time. So I didn't get a chance to do a new one.
So right now
So-
you're doing a live drawing and you're not showing us.
What?
So you're doing a live drawing on the show as we speak. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You dickhead. You could have been fucking filming this, like.
Let's just look.
Okay. So do I have to make it big? Go on. Look at him scribbling away. That's fucking awesome, man. That's really cool.
That's me scribbling. Where are we going?
And that's fucking getting good because I remember a point where you said like you couldn't even scribble.
So I'm kind of getting there. Like the fucking neck is a bit fucking long there, isn't it? Like, but yeah.
I mean, did you start that?
Literally while I was talking to you.
Fuck off! That is class.
I mean, you can see it. The proportions are all over the shop, like. But I mean, it's
but just for a quick scribble,
better
like,
than not.
Along so much, like.
No, thanks, buddy. But so there's my show and tell or my art corner for today, anyway.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, so literally scribbling my art corner while I'm fucking chatting to you.
Yeah, you definitely. Well, no, you're a Tony, so you didn't go on the bus. You were one of those kids that did their homework before school, like at 9 o'clock.
Hell yeah, man! Half the time it was like going, "Oh, I forgot to do this," you know.
Yeah, I used to do it on the bus as well. Jared. Tez is here. He says, "Fuck my life. It's Tuesday again." Now, Tubbs, this is one for you. You grew up around the same time as me. Do you remember Sensible Soccer on the Sega Mega Drive?
Hell fucking yeah, I remember Sensible Soccer.
How good was that game?
It was completely bonkers and fucking fun at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Because Tez had a video up today, a Spectrum release of Sensible Soccer, and man, the member berries just came flooding back into my brain.
Dude, there was just
one of my
something
favorite
about
football games ever.
But I mean, like, I find, and it's not all games because there's some fantastic games. But you know yourself, the majority of games nowadays are fucking graphics over substance, like, you know.
Yeah, that was pure playability, like at the time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, do you remember FIFA '97 on the Sega Mega Drive? You foul the referee and spend
that was the one where you could run away from the ref and stuff, like
just running away from the ref. Forget the soccer, just run away from the ref. Great fucking crack.
Tez is here, G-Man.
Oh, by the way, hello to everyone. Since I had to like log off and come back on and fucking draw a picture while I was.
It's okay. So Tez, playing with plastic. Hello, my friend. How are you? And welcome to the show. He says, "Hello,
Story."
If this is your first time, be aware. This is lots of fun.
It can get a bit R-rated and fucking un-PG at times, but it's all
swears
good fun.
a lot.
Yes, I fucking do.
Connor. The whole vibe of this show is me trying to stop Tubbs from getting us cancelled.
It is
Um,
basically our friendship.
it is,
Please
yeah.
don't say that, Tubbs.
Smith Lord says Terence is now Plymouth's oldest rent boy. He's now known as Rent Bloke. And Plymouth won the league the other night, actually, I think, if
Oh
I am
yeah.
right. Plastic, Houlihan, Yo Gerard. Gerard says Brighton Tubbs.
Story, buddy.
Yo Chris, congrats guys. Yeah, to the ZSR guys who hit their 100th stream the other night. I'm just saying,
That was fucking
that's
top notch
awesome.
stream, guys.
Fuller Figure says, for those not really up on it, up on IT lingo, being a dickhead is a very technical term for not something not working correctly. Yeah, it's acting the bollocks.
Acting the absolute cunt.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Which is 9 times out of 10 it works.
Yeah. Tez says 101 on Friday. Cheers, peeps. G4 says usually user error in my experience. Yeah. Same difference. Simon. Jonathan says always user error G-Force, even when it's not. The
Yeah.
customer's always wrong, bitch.
I mean, that phrase, the customer's always right, is 9 times out of 10 never fucking correct to begin with. So.
Terry. Jono. Terry Fuckwit. Liz. Where are we going? Fnir. Smith Nord said, that's how Tez learned his trade, so he learned milking bulls from Terry Fuckwit. Connor says, Jesus, good work for a late submission, Tubbs.
Thanks, buddy.
Ooh, Manga says. Gerard says, outstanding, Tubbs.
Thank you, Jared. Actually, Jared, I have to say something. I'm so fucking sorry, buddy. There's been so much fucking sick kids in my house, man. I just completely forgot. I have an envelope sitting here for Jared on my fucking worktop counter, and I keep forgetting to send it.
You for last week.
I know. I fucking meant to do it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold it off another week, bud, right? But I'm going to add another fucking picture. I'm going to do another picture and add it into it for you.
Jonathan says, Chris, you have competition for on-the-fly drawings.
Okay. Oh God, no! Chris is way better than the fly drawing. That was just me fucking around, like.
Terry's here. TJ, how are you, dude?
Story, buddy.
G4 says member berries are a different thing in the States. Well, if I'm right, the first time I heard of member berries was in South Park.
Yeah, so I mean, that was
Canadian,
Canada.
So,
that's a Canadian thing, so
I suppose Canada is to the United States what we are to Ireland.
Yeah.
So, even with the cold weather and rain and shit, but yeah, yeah. TJC, evening TJC, Mick, saying hi to everyone there.
Story dudes.
Sorry, Jonathan Tez. Hey TJC, Gerard. Chris says, John, no competition here. On the fly drawing is where it's at. Yeah, we're all like
100%. I agree with it.
One big.
I am delighted that I've gotten better at just
sweary family.
But I genuinely have got. I am delighted I've gotten better at just kind of just scribbling now. So, but it's still nowhere near my best work, obviously. But I mean, it's for something that I drew while talking to you, right?
That's really, really cool, though. I like it. I'm very what's the word? I don't know. Impressed. There we go.
Do you know what it is, buddy? It just goes to show when you keep doing something over and over and over again, you tend to get better at it. Repetition and all that.
Repetition. Plain Plastic says, thanks for the warm welcome. I'm digging the vibe already.
No problem at all.
Great stuff, dude. Playing with Plastic.
Glad to have you here.
TJC. Roger Melly. Oh, look who's here late. It's Miss Detty.
I'm normally the one that's late.
This girl, actually. You have to speak in PG now while you're here, because I had to speak on PG in a stream you did the other night.
So, fuck off! Really? Whose fucking stream was that? Or am I not listening? Okay. Well, there is no PG in this fucking show, right? We talk as much fucking shite as we want.
You know what happens, Tubbs, when you go too far? I put you on the bold step. I can do that to others too,
I like this new rule. I like this new rule that others can be put on bold steps too.
I'm only joking. I'm only having the swinging my proverbial computer dick. Did you say Did you say before that you haven't seen Red manga? So make no TJC. That was Shabs. Hey, Daddy. Everyone's say hello to Dets. How is he your brother's? She knows what I'm talking about.
It's funny because I don't.
How
Just
is he your
fucking.
brother?
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
lost. Like I'm like a puppy
you
in a
mean there's
fucking
rules
box.
for one but none for another? Yes, Connor. I believe there's a quote. Some people are more equal than others. That meant horrible things back years ago. But
For the
yeah,
woodland folk, I say.
I was only jibing anyway. So, AG unit. Dead spaghetti. Okay, so
Yes.
what we're going to talk about tonight, right? We've got show and tell. We've got Star Wars Visions, which we've both seen.
Which Brian was very shocked that I had actually replied saying, "Yes, I've
Yeah,
seen that."
because
And he's
usually
like,
Tubbs
"What?"
takes 8 months to watch something like so.
Yeah, I actually sat down and watched the whole fucking second season last night.
I'll talk very briefly because it's not out long about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Will not be
Yeah,
spoiling it. No
yeah, I
spoilers.
haven't seen it any was myself,
Just a
but
few general thoughts. And
mm.
there's some new trailers as well in the last 7 days. Dune
Yeah,
2.
I've a few things to say about some of the trailers that we have to talk about this week.
Dune 2, Send Me Harder.
Do you want to hear my thoughts before we even get into it? Well, do you want to know what watching the Dune 2 trailer made me feel?
Nothing.
I watched the Dune 2 trailer and I was like, oh, unbelievable cast. This makes me want to actually watch the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the original one and I know the story, but I haven't actually watched the first new Dune movie yet. Heard it's fantastic though.
the first one.
Yeah, I heard it was absolutely class. Like,
It's
but that is also on the list, Brian.
it's Star Wars for posh wankers.
Okay, see, you lost me with the
And I
second
probably
part of
get
that
some
comment.
hate for that, but I don't care. That's what I thought of it. Overly convoluted, overly long, and
Oh, it's not, is it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so instead of it being like like real acting, it's kind of like um
Oh no, it's like
stage
what?
play wank like.
What did you think of Blade Runner 2049? You haven't.
I mean, visually it was fantastic,
Yeah, it's look right. It's the same
but it
director
bored me
from.
to tears. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I know we've kind of jumped into talking about Dune now for a second, but let's keep going. It's the same director, Denis Villeneuve, to give me his French name, and he did Arrival as well, which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, I
He
did
did
like that.
he did Blade Runner 2049. I
See,
rather
Blade
the
Runner,
original.
like the original one. I mean, it's so weird. Like, I mean, because I saw it like obviously when I was younger and I have a fonder memory of it. It wasn't a bad movie. It's just I just found it long and boring.
There was sections of it I really enjoyed, and there was lots of it
Yeah,
that
I
it was
mean, visually, like I
kind
said,
of
visually
boring.
it was striking.
The bits. No, I'm not talking about Guardians, but about 2049. Like the bits of Batista and
Oh,
at the start was fantastic, and the bits with Jared Leto was just so fucking stupid.
now I will say one thing about the Dune 2 trailer. The minute I saw Florence Pugh, I was like, I'm watching this movie.
Unhealthy obsession, my friend.
She's
But
fucking, dude. Like, I love her in everything. She's a fantastic actress.
it's because she played Paige, isn't it, in the WWE thing?
Well, that was what was it, the origin story, if you will.
She's done way better stuff than that. But
Oh,
anyway,
she has done way better stuff. Let's be honest about it.
yeah, the first Dune didn't really grab me at all. I
Hmm.
just found it overly long, and I don't like sand. The impression I got from it.
Yeah, it's coarse and what's the fucking thing? The
Gets
line is
everywhere.
escaping me. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, so also there was a trailer for the Meg 2.
Can I just say one thing about this trailer, right?
We'll talk about it in a while. There was also a trailer for
Okay.
Oppenheimer, the new
Oh
Christopher
yeah,
Nolan
yeah.
movie.
I really want to see that fucking thing.
I saw that in the cinema for the first time. It was released. It was with Guardians, so I
Okay.
saw it Sunday night before
Is
it
that a
came out.
newer trailer that came out? Because I remember watching it. Was it like a teaser for it or something ages back?
No, it was the first proper trailer,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
that
So that's
released.
probably the one I watched so earlier. Okay.
That was attached to it was attached to Guardian. So I saw the
Mm.
trailer that was released yesterday on Sunday
It
in the
looks unreal.
cinema. It looks class.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, what else is there? Gran Turismo. Did you see the trailer for that?
For me, all right, I watched it and I was kind of going like, all right, this is so fucking dumb. I can't believe it's based on a true fucking story. Like it was like, and one thing it did teach me was is that Lord of the Rings was a hell of a long fucking time ago because Orlando Bloom is old as fuck in this trailer. I was kind of going, oh, he got fucking
I
old.
know we'll talk about it more in a while, but what struck
Yeah,
me straight away was the director is Neil Blomkamp,
yeah. I mean,
who
no,
does
don't get
all
me wrong.
sci-fi stuff.
I mean, I joke about it, like, do you know what I mean? But realistically, when like even the concept of like getting these kids to, you know, come away from the game and train and fucking drive real cars, I was kind of going, that's fucking bonkers.
It does happen.
That it's based on a true story. Obviously, it's fictionalized for screen, but yeah, it looks unreal. It looks. Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of a flashier Days of Thunder.
Yeah, I suppose you could say
Kind of
that.
has that same kind of edge to it and stuff, you know, from the trailer anyway. Like,
Ted says, "Hey, Daddy. Hey, Jonathan. Chris Almighty. TJ has seen Guardians 3. Tez has seen Guardians 3. He said, I'm here to spoil Guardians 3.
oh God, don't do it to me,
Anyone
but
that I know there's a lot of people who want to see it, so if anyone does spoil it, they will be kicked out of the stream and banned. And I'm serious. Because people do that are just fucking
some things,
assholes.
as I said, some things need to have a kind of a
That's where the line is. Don't pass that.
yeah. It's
Um,
no. Do you know what I mean? It's all Joe without ruining fun or anything. But you know, some things are just. It's like The Last of Us and all that kind of. Some things are meant to be watched for the first time. Like
yeah. Fuller's Figure says, I've seen 3 episodes of Visions to go, or I have 3 episodes of Visions to go. Struggling to watch it, but glad some people enjoy it. Jonathan said, thank fuck it's not just me, Connor. Very meh for the most part, in my honest opinion.
hmm.
Terry says, I haven't watched any of the Visions, worth it or not. Yeah, just don't enjoy it. It's too much like Love, Death, and Robots, but the stories aren't as good. I
And
love
I do, and
Love,
I
Death,
do
and
love
Robots.
love Death and Robots. To be fair,
You love. I thought the last season wasn't great, to be honest, of Love, Death, and Robots.
of the L.
LDR.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. See,
didn't
this is
like
why
Battle
Brian is the
Royale.
moderator because I don't forget things sometimes.
LDR 2022. Didn't like BR 2049 on the first watch. Loved it the second time. I've not tried to watch it the second time.
Yeah, see, that was my problem. It was okay. I got through it. I thought it looked fantastic. I found it boring and too long, which is kind of why I won't go back and watch it again because I did really find it way too long.
Hmm.
And I've watched movies that are 4 fucking hours long, but just
Uh,
entertain me more.
G4 says, I agree. I thought Visions was okay. Liked the animation, but the stories were meh. They're very short TGC, not that big of a time investment. Yeah, they're all only like 15 to
Yeah,
16 minutes long at
between
most.
15 and 17 minutes long a piece, I think.
The longest one was 16 and the shortest was 12, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember
Um,
what the 17 actually. I have it right here in front of me. It's in the stars. It's the one with the two sisters and the Imperial water fucking fight thing.
Tower, okay.
Yes.
The Hard Man episode was definitely the best. Jonathan said the Meg trailer is less batshit than I was expecting. The books go full on mad shite levels of bollocks, pretty much. Mad shite levels of bollocks. That's a new one on me.
Yeah, I mean that's
I've
what I was going to say a while ago. Like, but as I said, we'll talk about it in more detail a while ago. Can I just say
um,
one thing that like really made me
of
laugh out
course.
loud? For anyone, there's like the opening sequence of the trailer, right? There's like 65 million years ago, and you know this predator rules the entire world, and that T-Rex comes roaring out, and he's fucking wrecking shit, and he's smashing shit up, and then he's like, you know, in the water, and the fucking megalodon just comes and rips him into the fucking water, pulls him apart. I was kind of going, that's fucking unreal. And then
Chris
and then you see
says,
Jason Statham on a fucking jet ski with a sword coming face to face with the Megalon. I was like, are you trying to tell me that this motherfucking shark ripped apart the T Rex and Jason Statham is like fucking gonna beat it on its jet
no,
ski?
no
It's like,
thoughts.
get the fuck off,
It's
you're having a laugh
Statham.
here. Like,
Um, didn't even
it's
realize what I,
basically Piranha on
you didn't
steroids,
even
is what they
realize
do.
what I said there, did you?
Oh no, I didn't catch it. What?
Because you were like, Statham this, Statham that. It's Jason Statham, Tubbs.
Statham. Sorry, Statham.
He's like,
Statham.
Chris, Jesus Christ, couldn't even think your name there. Tez, it's visually stunning, but you really need to see the short films on Blu-ray to add depth. Batista, especially for Blade Runner. And Tez says G3 has put the MCU back on track again.
I've heard this.
Yeah, Fuller Singer said yes. I so get that. Pretty much the exact same story, just different characters for most of the episodes. I can see that.
Yeah.
They all have cake and receive respects. I love it. I've seen them too, Chris. Oh, fuck, is it jumping at me again? Bastard. TJC says Tubbs, it was a yearly competition that Sony ran in Gran Turismo game. The winner will get a contract to drive a Nissan 35Z, 350Z, which if successful will get their contract renewed.
No, I can honestly say I don't fucking know that at all.
Neither did I.
I genuinely didn't know that was a competition, or genuinely, but didn't realize it was fucking a thing. Yeah, but the fact that it's the fact it was based on a true story, you see how this was fucking produced. I was going, that's fucking mental.
Nick is here and he said he's got massive baskets.
Story.
APD, hey twatface, that's not nice. Very disappointing, you jets. Sub TJC, Rolando has listed off everyone, and yes, we're here tonight, Rolando, as you can see.
As you can see, rolling out the names.
Mr. Flores, Nick, a predator that rules the entire world. There's a BBC and 70s TV presenter joke in there somewhere. Plenty of predators back then. It's a
Jimmy Savile versus Jason Statham.
You didn't have to say it, Tubbs. Fuck's sake.
But
subtlety is lost on you, like. Miss Daddy, Manga Fananga. Nick says, Statham, bait him, Tubbs.
Statham, bait him, Tubbs. Yes,
hey,
yes.
Rolando. Smitlord says, I sent Nick the original artwork for his Turtles thing and he didn't notice the envelope was addressed to Nick, the singing simpleton. Wow.
Nice.
I like it. Dirty and low, I like it. Daddy. Twatface can't read, that's why. APD. Nick says, oh, I did, Chris. I laughed very much.
Nice.
Teddy says, oh my God, I can't cope with Brian being disappointed in me. Oh, well, you're going to have to.
Oh, do you know what? There's levels of funniness to this. It really is, man. Like, I don't like that. I've made the moderator. What the fuck am I talking about? Words that are not coming out. Oh, do you know what it was? Because I was scribbling while talking.
Fuck, you on something or something? What the fuck was the other about? Oh yeah, I was talking about this thing. Like, you know what I mean?
I just proved I cannot multitask for shit, right? I tried to scribble while chatting, and I completely got lost in my train of thought.
Your brain is going too many directions, Tubbs. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake, Tubbs, even I held back on the Savile name. Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Someone's got to say it. I've always said this, right? Someone
you're out
holds
there,
back.
Nick. You're going too far.
Oh, yeah, I've gone over the line, so
Tubbs is pinky at mistake. Croatia won. No Eurovision chatting here, Jared.
Oh my God, are we actually fucking in the chat name and Eurovision winners?
He literally is, Mick. Tubbsy and the brain.
Yeah. What are we going to do today, brain? Fucking.
Gonna do what we do.
I don't know, dig up Jimmy Savile and bounce him off a wall.
Not go near Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. Fucking holes in the fucker's face.
He'll know. Who's he?
He'll know.
No, Tubbs, don't correct me.
What?
Okay, so before we get our guest on, do you want to do a show and tell?
Yeah, I do.
I know you have something actually this week.
I do have something.
Okay.
I have actually got two things this week.
What did you get?
Ooh.
Will make you big, even though that can be impossible.
Well, I have two things, all right? But Brian, put us both back up on screen a minute.
Okay.
Brian, there we go.
Okay.
So, you're a big Gremlins fan, right?
Oh yes, I know what you got here.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah, okay. So basically, I'll tell you a little story about because I was looking through because every now and again you hit the flea markets and the charity shops and you just kind of have a look around because
And
I've always
sometimes
found
you
out
get fleas.
sometimes you get fleas and sometimes you find diamonds and then this time around I found something really fucking diamond like so I'm gonna fucking show you, buddy.
Okay, don't
Um,
make it big again. I know what this is, so I don't need to see it.
this is very fucking cool. So I was in a charity shop, so I kind of go in every now and again to just kind of say like, you know, because sometimes you can come across action figures or comic books or whatever the fuck, you know, because other people just throw this stuff out there,
DVDs.
you know, and they land where they land. But then for any Gremlins fans out there, I spotted this son of a bitch sitting on the shelf.
Look at that. He's nearly bigger than him.
He's fucking nearly bigger than me. And do you want to know the one thing as well? If I can see it, um, he
Oh, is
has
that nice?
he has the official Warner Brothers fucking tag on him as well.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, full. Look at this, the size of him. Look.
He's actually bigger than Gizmo actually was in the movie, I think.
Yeah, I mean he's not a plush like at all. Do you know what I mean? He's actually got like the fucking ears and the facial features and everything. But yeah, look, he's a pretty fucking detailed bastard, isn't he?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I had one of those. Well, I still have one of those somewhere. The comments are fucking
I
brilliant.
fucking did love me some Gizmo, like so I was delighted, and my daughter loves this. Like,
Daddy said
um,
it has a penis.
it does not have a penis, Daddy. Look, it's all a vagina. Huh?
Now you leave Tubbs or leave fucking Gizmo alone. The fuck. That's awesome,
I'll be
Tubbs.
Jimmy Savile after the show. Anyway, and number 2,
That's Matt's growler.
I want to fucking thank Mr. Jared Kane for this because he'd been fucking like, and Brian. Brian has been kind of keeping tabs on some stuff for me as well. But I finally got him, and I'm fucking delighted. He's such a cunt and beast. Oh, look at that boy!
Oh,
Fucking yeah!
is that Superman?
That is Superman. My fucking camera's not showing him properly, man. That's fucking gay. Not gay. That's not politically correct.
Tubbs,
We're not allowed to say that anymore. We're not allowed to say that anymore, are we?
No, you're not allowed to say that anywhere.
Yeah, so I'll bring him back. All right. So here, where are we going? Where are we going? Fucking camera. There we go. No, basically it's the fucking.
We know
Batman
what it is.
figure.
It's the McFarlane.
Yeah, it's the Batman fucking
anyway.
Flashpoint. It's the Flashpoint version, but it's, as I said, outside of the belt being black and the boots being kind of like stained and dirty because it's the effect of an old worn suit. This is a stellar fucking figure, dude.
And Tubbs,
Like
how
really
do you
fucking stellar.
open
And the cape, for anyone that's known, cape is cloth. You can actually fuck around and do some cool stuff. I'd be messing with some photography with it, so I've got some things coming, pictures wise.
So like how, like, I mean, I think you missed what I said, but how did you feel about opening an action figure?
I mean, I text you like and said I opened it, and you were like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Brian, let me show you. Let me show you." And when I got him out of the box and just started kind of posing him around and playing, I was kind of going, "I'm definitely opening up the rest of my shit." Like, you know, because now I'm and I got my sister, you know, Evan.
Yeah.
Evan,
Yeah. I do know.
He was kind of getting rid of some stuff, and he gave me a brand new. Like, it's practically fucking. It's an older camera, but it's working perfectly. Lenses and fucking double batteries. Nikon camera. So I'm going to teach Grace photography now, and I'm going to use it as a time scale to do some cool fucking action figure photography with it.
Cool. TJ says Tubbs was called GT Academy. A couple of winners did pretty well. Dodo
cool. I'll have to check that out. But
Daddy says Tubbs finally did his homework. Well done,
which homework? The drawing at the start or actual homework?
Has Savile become the real life Voldemort? You can't say his name around kids.
Yeah, I mean, you can say it, but I mean, it's you know, he's still just a fucking degenerate fucking bag of bones, like.
So PWP says Giant Gizmo, very nice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. I was fucking delighted to get it, dude.
Pop McCulture says, sorry, got caught up at work. We can't be having those excuses here. Work can wait. I've seen that before. Is it Salacious' Love Puppets?
It's Salacious Love Puppets.
Well, it did end up in a charity shop, so it very well could be.
Do you know what, man? I was even saying this because every now and then, you know yourself, man. Every now and again, I do dig into these places for like CDs, DVDs,
Mm,
whatever the fuck I can find, because they
mostly
normally do have
DVDs.
them comic books. But every now and again, you find a gem like that, you know. So it's I
Um,
was delighted.
Jonathan said that Gizmo doll looks more like Stripe before he went all scaly. I
I
thought
mean, it
actually,
very well could be, dude.
I
Do you know
thought
what I
actually
mean?
he looks more like Daffy. You know the one with the mad eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it says Gizmo on the tag, so I mean, I think it was just a bigger scale Gizmo.
Tubbs said, "Turn the lights low, bright light, bright light."
Yeah, bright lights. Look at this shit, man, behind me. It's fucking. It's. I'm. What am I?
Yeah,
I'm
but
fucking.
Gremlins were fine in regular light. It was daylight that killed them, wasn't it? More than anything.
Salacious had it well
Used
used
before
before I got
Tubbs.
my hands on it.
Tubbs very comfortable with Gizmo. I mean, sorry, Gizmo.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, look, we'll see how the night goes, Daddy. All right.
Chris says, "Can't wait to get my Flash Keaton Batman." Yeah,
I was
same here.
delighted, dude.
Laugh my ass off, Gizmo.
And I'll be honest about it. It kind of getting the Michael Keaton Batman figure kind of took the sting out of not being able to get the Batmobile.
Jared said, "Nice one, Tubbs."
Nice one for you for looking on every fucking side you could find for me, but
Ireland no points. Said, "Where does Tubbs post his photography? His social media presence is zero."
do you know what,
Tubbs.
dude? I used to be a lot. I used to be a lot more like active. Brian will tell you, I was very active on social media. I was constantly posting. I kind of had a bit of a fucking falling out with it, if I'm being honest. So I wasn't really posting. I posted when I was doing the interviews. I was posting when I was putting up content. But outside, I mean, I kind of put my focus towards this show and other stuff I'm doing. I get back to my channel soon because I have plans for it and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting up more photography soon, dude. I might even do a separate Instagram just for it.
Do.
Yeah, just to
Oakhurst
do it and
Studios.
post regular stuff. Like, but
Vern said
you
he's
know
listening in
yourself,
the car.
I
To
I'm digging into so many different fucking things left and right all the time that I kind of just like post bits and pieces everywhere. Like,
Vern said he's listening in the car. Send hello to everyone in chat before I go.
sorry, dude.
Safe driving, my friend. Stay between the ditches. Nick says, "Fuck work." I love a charity shop. Fine, my nan, the mad bitch, tried to donate my granddad's teeth when he died. Jesus, that's grim.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty grim.
Yeah.
G4 says, "Hey Vern," and Tez echoing the sentiments I just did. Hey Vern, drive safe. So my show and tell, right? I was meant to have a good couple of things, but my order got delayed. So instead, I will have loads for next week. So but I
Yes.
did pick up.
And
I
I
did
will
pick up
probably have
one thing.
nothing next week.
I did pick up one thing. I got this
Hmm.
in the sale in Smiths. It's from the Thor Love and Thunder Wave, and I'm going to
Yes,
use this.
yes.
I'm going to use this as my comic female Thor. This is like
Yeah,
the
because it looks close to
Natalie
the comic
Portman
version,
Thor.
dude.
Really good figure. But she came with an extra head. No jokes.
You're
Extra
way
head
better
and
at showing off the
extra
figures than I am,
arms.
dude.
I'm still not. I can still never find that fucking camera. But yeah,
The right spot, yeah, the focuser.
well, yeah, she's pretty cool. I'm not going to review her because it's an older figure. She's going straight up on the shelf. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
might
But I mean, for
do some pictures
$10, I
for
mean,
Instagram.
if it's right in with the comic line.
And yeah, she's good. Good figure. And there was a piece that came for that Korg thing as well. I'm not going to get the rest of them.
Yeah.
Valkyrie was there for a tenner at one point as well.
And I told you leave her on the shelf.
And she was gone when I went back. So you must have
Yeah,
fucking
so
taken
they probably took her off the shelf and put her back in the back.
it. Yeah, sneaky fuckers. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. They have Riva as well from the Black series. At only a
Yeah, I
tenner
mean,
as well.
fucking, you bought her, right?
I have her already, yeah, so it's no
Yeah.
good to me. Like, unless I make another Sith Inquisitor, but I've no,
Hmm.
couldn't be arsed doing that really. So our guest should be joining us now any second. Before he comes on, Tubbs, have you got any guesses?
I don't. I definitely know it's not Tez.
Well, Tez is here. Well, he could
Yeah,
still
but
be in the
but Tez,
chat.
Tez more or less like said last week he was on the 16th. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I know it's
you
definitely not
can't, you
Tez.
can't, you can't tell Tez anything.
Um,
Fern,
I'm trying to think because I mean I always have guesses, right? I always have guesses.
this is why we have
Can
the
I just say
floor.
one thing? Actually, can I just say one thing?
You
I'm
can. You can say many things. It's a
how
podcast.
gutted I actually was. I know I couldn't. I know I was out of my hands. I couldn't actually get on the show last week because the daughter was sick.
Mm.
But I was so gutted that fucking Shabby was the guest, and I was like, oh man, I was looking forward to talking to Shabs. Like, so I was kind of gutted when I went back and rewatched the show and realized Shabby was the one that and I will say one thing, I do love that like he pretended the guest was me and that's why I wasn't on. I thought it was so fucking funny.
And it worked out even
Um,
funnier than like because it was like,
and they did it again if
oh,
you remember
Tubbs.
on the 100th episode of their show.
So
So yeah,
after all that big long spiel, you didn't guess.
But anyway, no. But what I was going to say was, I thought yourself and Shabs did a fantastic show last week.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you did.
He's replacing
It was
something. Once we get
no,
past
very
100,
entertaining. I enjoyed watching from afar.
once we get past 100, he's replacing her ass. By the way,
You go, what? You're firing my ass, are you?
no, I
Well,
couldn't.
see, to be fair, do you know what I mean?
G-Force
What an
just
episode
said,
to do it on.
G-Force just said, could you imagine Shabby and Tubbs talking over each other? We were on the ZSR a couple of weeks back. You can see that.
And we did pretty
Talking
okay,
over
right?
all three of them.
Yeah. I think I did okay, but I never know.
Daddy said Shabby was hilarious.
He was, yeah.
We'd need subtitles. I don't think the subtitles could keep up with Tubbs. That's the problem. Like, okay, so today's guest, who is it?
Yes, okay.
Shabby says he was great in the culture cast. You were.
you are, my friend.
Trying to let it slip. Tubbs is going to get Bruno'd. I didn't let anything slip. I know what I said. Ooh, sorry, what was that?
Well, see, I'm gonna have to get him out of the basement first to fucking have him replace me.
Tubbs, that green room is cold. Hurry up so we can let our guest out.
Okay.
You've got 3.
Oh, I've got 3 guests. Oh, okay. Smuggler's Canyon. Okay. G-Force. It's definitely not Tez.
That's 3 guesses.
Is it Deddy?
No.
Is it Shanty?
No.
Okay. I don't fucking know.
Okay,
Just throw
so
it on
let's add this person to the chat. Notice how I didn't say male or female yet.
Okay, so
guest.
Guten Tag, everyone. How are you, Tubbs? Hi, Brian. Thank you for letting me out of this cellar. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Moose. How are you?
it's definitely not fucking Bruno anyway. I know that for a fact.
Bruno was decayed down in the cellar, and I was very lucky to get out.
Yeah, I dropped the key down to him. I felt bad.
Thank you for having me on the Culture Cast. For we talk about fashion. Yeah.
No, that's a different Bruno. So, Tubbs, I'll give
I'm
you
fucking
one more
stumped.
go.
I don't know.
One more go before we unveil this person.
Come on, Tubbsy Wubsy.
Go ahead, say it again.
Tubbsy Wubsy. Pony Shetland Pony.
You won't
Is
know
that
the
Mikey
voice.
Casey, is it?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Guest, you may reveal yourself.
Okay.
Sorry, lads.
How are we getting on? Tubbs,
Hey.
Grand.
Tubbs still
Can
doesn't
you
know
guess,
who
Tubbs?
this is.
See, you have to understand as well as right. I've talked to people in chats, and I haven't seen half the faces of this chat group.
Tubbs,
Like,
can I tell you something for free?
yes.
I'm from.
I literally talked to this guy 2 hours ago for the first time, so you won't know him.
Okay. So I mean, I'm trying to, because.
He gave you a clue, by the way, when he spoke your name there a while ago.
Tubbsy Wubsy.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm really
big
bad,
one.
really having a bland moment right
I'm from
now.
the land of the strawberries.
There's another section.
I'm from the land of the strawberries.
He's broke.
Where do you associate strawberries?
Fucking...
I
know,
heard his-
fucking Iceland? I don't know.
Okay, so Tubbs,
This is so fucking hard, man.
Tubbs, for the first time ever,
I'm in the chat every fucking week.
I know you are. That's the fucking point.
okay, I'm gonna just reveal it for you. So tonight, hosting Mix Many Many Alive is Mick Holohan.
Dude! I'm not going to say, I don't mean this in a bad way. I did not put that face with Mick.
How are you, lad?
Fucking
It's
it.
great
You
to
know
be
what,
on here.
man?
So like,
Mick, I'm
wouldn't
going to
have
say
met
it your
me
face,
because
buddy.
he's never been on
And
it.
it ain't no gay. I'm pretty fucking attractive bloke, kid.
I'll take that as a compliment, thanks.
There you go. Dude, I swear to God, man, I just fucking, I couldn't place it.
I was going to say, have you seen my avatar on Twitter? But you're hardly on it, so
See,
I have
to
to let you off
Twitter,
for that.
I am the worst for Twitter. Brian sends me like links, and even in the chat, I jump in every now and again. Like, I really need to up my
Probably-
social media fucking presence. But Mick, I'm
probably
fucking
on
delighted you're on, kid, because
Oh,
now I can blow your
finally
fucking,
we meet.
now I
Yeah.
can blow you about your work to your face.
From a distance, hopefully.
Of course, yeah, from this. Yeah.
Tubbs, I don't think
I've
that's
been
how
told
blowing
by
works.
lawyers and Brian that I'm not allowed to saddle it up on the show, apparently. So, you know, we can get sued, apparently. So, yeah, that was a hard one, now. Do you know why, man? Because you have a different fucking name and all under your fucking thing. I was like, who the fuck is the Spruce Musical? I was going to go, fucking, what the fuck is that like?
I don't know if I don't know if it was on my screen here. On the name under the Spruce Moose is Mike Kill, so I thought that would be a big giveaway. I don't know if that showed up when I was on the hidden camera.
It did.
All I could see was the Spruce Musical. I was kind of like, who the fuck is that? And because I do pay attention to the chat, like, and I was kind of going, like, fucking don't remember that name. Never fucking seen that name pop up.
I thought
And
now
then,
you get it when he said Tubbsy Wubsy, like.
Yeah, see, when you said it, I kind of went,
Yeah,
like,
same. I thought that was a big giveaway.
that was the one. And then what happened was, right, then fucking I was going to go, and obviously fucking I sprung my own brain because I was going, I fucking actually don't know who the fuck this is. And then I realized when you even came on, I was like, wait a minute. I've never seen Mick's face, so I didn't even fucking know it was you to begin with. But yeah, pleased to meet you, Mick. Officially.
That's true too. To be fair, I don't really put many photos of myself on Twitter, but I only use Twitter or Facebook. I don't have Instagram or the other one. So, to be fair,
and
not many have seen my face.
I used to have like Facebook and Instagram, and like I had no Twitter or Snapchat or any of that shit. Now we're just fucking. I'm at a point now where I'm starting to like decrease them again. I'm trying to find what works better for me. So So how long are you doing the miniature stuff, dude?
Especially Twitter now. I only started last year.
Fuck me, really?
Basically in the mid-90s, I think it was 10 or 11. In Wexford, I went down to the local, well, it was Toy Master. So upstairs, they had a big, massive art section. And then I saw the Warhammer 40K. And I just saw these cool miniatures what I thought were robots, but they were actually men in spacesuits, basically. So I started getting into it. And from 11 till probably 15, 16, I was painting non-stop. You see, our parents, like I have two brothers, and one of my brothers is into Warhammer as well. He's been doing it since I was into it first, and so I don't know. Just one day last year, I was like, because I don't really watch much TV, like the Star Wars conversation. I was like, oh, I feel such a loon not being into it. Like I would like I'd be into it, but I wouldn't watch much TV or the films. Like I love Rogue One and all that, but I
I said,
sorry, I thought you were saying something
religiously, like some of us.
Yeah, I'm a bit weird.
That's why we're
do
here.
you?
We're
Montreal,
all
but
Watch me for how many fucking
yeah.
weeks? Weird is part of this show.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. But I just went back into it like last year, but back like when we were kids, like growing up, my mom hated us playing loads of computer games like PS1 and Super Nintendo. I think my brother still has. He's a gamer and he still has my old Super Nintendo back in 1995
Oh, fuck, man. I
when I
would
first
love to
had
get
it.
my hands
But
on an original, like.
you should see his collection. Like he still lives with our parents, so he has all like collection of PS2s, PS3s.
Wow.
I think he might have an Xbox. My old bloody Game Boy as well. I think he still has that floating about. He just loves.
I do have right in front of me here the PS3, the PS2, and a broken PS1, and then the PS1 Mini, and then the SNES Mini over there. So I'm gonna have. I have a lot of
Pokemon for fuck's sake.
Oh, man, and I play none of them. You know,
Same.
they're just there for nostalgia reasons.
As a kid, I loved games. Like I had a Nintendo, and then my younger brother, when he was a baby, pissed on it and destroyed it.
Oh shit!
Still haven't forgiven him for that.
Still does stuff like that.
And stuff. I let him know now and again. He still denies it, but I was there when he did it. But yeah, I loved like Mega Man 2, Super Mario 3, like all those games. I actually still have my Mega Man 2 cartridge, and with the Super Nintendo, my brother got that thing you can on the Super Nintendo, like an adapter cassette where you can put in the Nintendo, the SNES games. Yeah, it works perfectly. I was playing it last year, and I was like, "Wow!" It's just amazing how much.
Nothing beats the old school, putting on the old console and having to like do this to the cartridge to get that fucker
stuff
to work,
into it, like, remember my Super. Yeah, they always, there was some BS. They said, "Oh, you destroy your games if you do that," and I was like, "No, it always worked."
Everyone did it, man.
Everyone did it.
Stop! I did it, but I think it's from the same crowd. Is that you ever read the old booklets that it says in small print that you should only play X amount of minutes per session or whatever. It's probably from those kind of people. But
let's be honest, if you think back,
but for some
how many hours a day would you have spent on it? Like, I mean, I remember spending fucking 12, 13 hours just playing fucking Mario, trying to beat Mario World and fucking in like a few fucking hours, you know what I mean? Because it was just loved it, like.
That's because, Tubbs, you were so small, you could press all the buttons individually.
This is why I was a fucking awesome gamer. I could just fucking hit them all at the same time. You know?
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what I actually miss from games nowadays? I know we've gone off down a tangent now about video games, but the fucking booklets that used to come with them, I used to like read that shit for like 2 hours before I even started them.
Yeah. Like
or the cheat code books you get with PS Magazine or something. Remember those?
Yeah, like Nintendo Power for old NES games. Nintendo Power for
you have on YouTube in a book.
Yeah. Like funny enough, I was watching a YouTuber. I don't know if you're like, I'm mad into, Brian knows this, I'm mad into old fighting games with the Storm collectibles stuff.
Yeah.
I'm watching this guy who he's like king of the fighting games, Maximilian Dude. I don't know if you heard of him, Brian. He's a well-known YouTuber in the fighting game community, but I've been watching him. He plays other games as well, but I've been watching Legend of Zelda, his first time playing it, watching him playing it. Like, I haven't played it since rented out from Extravision back in, I must have been 7 or 6 or something like that.
Extravision, remember that shit, but I fucking lived in there.
It was my paradise, man. Fucking, yeah. I used to love, buddy. Brian knows I'm a massive Transformers fan. I used to get the movie and the season 3 episodes on VHS cassettes every fucking week. Like, it was great times. Like, as a kid.
They were so sick of seeing me because we had an extra vision in town, and there was kind of a couple of them, but we had a video store kind of like in the Cardiff area around where we lived, kind of the other side of the estates and stuff like, and every single week without fail, man, I was in there fucking like. And the guys, you know what I mean? Like, if you're underage, you're not supposed to be fucking, watching these things. But Stephen King's 80s and 90s miniseries, remember that shit? I rented the tape, right? Just never brought it back. I must have watched that thing like 200-300 times. I watched it till the tape broke. I wore the fucking.
So you're a
tape
thief.
Yeah,
like a thief in a night.
But I mean, it was one of those things where like everyone was out watching, like they were watching like fucking, like the Transformers movies, or they were watching all these like, just basic. And there's me watching fucking Tim Curry as a fucking clown and fucking terrorizing these kids for fucking weeks and months.
And you know something, you know something, Tubbs. I want to make you feel bad now because there was no such thing as YouTube back then. So there was someone in the late 80s went to the cinema, right, and they saw this trailer for this movie about a killer clown. And they wondered why it never released in Limerick, and that's your fault. You stole the only fucking copy.
Those poor children who hadn't had their childhoods ruined in their heart.
Had one tape, and I wrote
scarred.
Okay, so let's
the only tape from Limerick.
I still have it on VHS now, like.
Oh, I'd say you do, all right.
Yeah. Oh man.
I still have it.
Dude, Brian will tell you, man, I have the old WWF, like before it changed WWE. On the
I've always called it WWF.
But it's the Coliseum home videos, like the VHS tapes, like before, they got the network and cut out all like, the nip slips and all the fucking blood, they kind of PG'd it up, like, and dude, they're probably worth fucking money to a collector that like was kind of going like, I want to watch it before they censored it, It's there. And like 40 of them upstairs.
So let's look at the chat, what they said.
We always go off on the rants and stuff, and we forget
my poor German accent.
But dude, you swayed me because I kind of got closer on the other weeks. So I was just going, fucking, what the hell's going on?
Connor says
a blonde night.
Yeah. Brian, remember this? Do you remember after a match, Brian?
Oh yeah.
I always remember your man who did Teddy Herman. I was trying to put my voice like him.
I figured it out.
He was like the fruit, yeah.
And to be fair,
his tactics is the fruit.
The accents have been pretty fucking stellar since we started doing these interviews, man.
Chris says,
I don't know about mine, mate.
No, you did a great job, dude.
Shabby let the sound side down last week, Chris. Yeah, but he took off Tubbs, so it's totally fine.
To be fair, I know that everyone thought I was the guest before he came on.
Jono got it.
What do you mean? My German accent was awesome.
Perfect, Shabby.
I am Tubbs. I can still hear it in my head.
I'll be honest, it made me laugh out fucking loud, to be fair, man.
Yeah, but Shabby struggled pronouncing the letter Z. Yeah, Shabby said Z. Z Germans go on to make delicious. Make. We're all happy to see you anyway. Hey, Shabby. Chris says, who would have thought Mick was such a looker? Tez's on his way to the Emerald Isle as we speak.
No, and I didn't mean that in a bad way. I was kind of going fucking. Dude, I was like fucking. Look, fucking Mick is a fucking hot dude. You can't say it, dude. It's fucking 2023. It ain't fucking weird.
I'll take it all on straight.
Eddie said that was freaking epic. That took so long, Tubbs.
Oh man, it stuck me,
I
man.
could say something here, but I won't.
I ran out of stuff to say. I was just like, where do I go from here?
And I was like, and the Tubbsy Wubsy thing did. I heard it and I was kind of going,
Who have I heard that before?
And it just, I couldn't. It didn't grasp me. Like,
G4 says, no wonder he can still paint those minis. Look how fucking young he is. Oh,
37.
37, huh? Jeez, I'm only 2 years old now. Steady
fucking
says,
good stock, kid. That's what that is.
Sheppy, hello, Terrence.
Virgin blood.
Connor
I'll
says,
be honest about it though. I had a moment the other day. I was I had to go collect Grace from school, and
love you too, Connor.
And in the school, you have to sign them out, like at the reception. And I went up, Brian, right? I swear to God, I left the school with the biggest fucking head. Because I was there, I'm here to collect Grace, and she was like, oh yeah, you have to sign the book. And she's like, and there's a thing where it's like you put your name and then you say like who you are, like how you're related or whatever, And then I was saying, oh, I'm her father. And she was like, really? I would have said brother. And I was going, oh, really? And I said it to Grace.
I'll put a spring in your step for the rest of the day, huh?
And do you know what she said?
You got over the
she was clearly feeling sorry for you there. I was like, fuck that.
It's wonderful. I get that a bit.
Do you know what it makes you feel? Because I mean, like obviously, like do you know what I mean, when you're in your late 30s, early 40s, everyone gets this kind of like, oh no, I'm a bit grey here on the sides, and I feel a little old of myself. And it's great to get a nice compliment that you don't look your age or you don't feel your age. Like
my comment that I got from the public today was, how the fuck are you so chirpy at 8:10 in the morning? And I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm acting it.
I don't have to be here tomorrow.
You were taking this for show.
Exactly.
Boom!
Back in the day, if someone had said that to Brian, I would have got a text at like 6 or 7 o'clock with a new script attached. I was going, what's this? I wrote it today.
I'm getting all red from all the comments.
Here's one back at you. So you man,
you.
You man, you. I'm man.
Size of Liverpool fan.
We're man dead at the moment.
I love her. I love how the fucking deviant Salacious is, man.
Salacious is just in time for names in German.
He certainly is a character that's Salacious rum.
He fucking is that, boy.
If you had seen his blue hands, it would have been a big giveaway. Yeah. Actually, confirmation that Mick is not an avatar. Or a small.
I was thinking of the gloves. It's like, would that be a giveaway? But then you wouldn't be able to see me because I had the cam thing off.
I thought Mick would be old too, to be honest.
Tell you, 5 years' time, it'll all go downhill.
Do you see what's going to happen now? Is after this show is out, fucking like the DMs now will start flooding. He's like, oh man, what's the fucking going on?
From you, Tubbs, is it?
Oh hell yeah, man! I'm like, hey buddy,
he's already there.
Oh lads, I love it.
Ted said he just found you on MySpace.
Tubbs at MySpace. Oh my god,
that brings me back.
All jokes aside, did anybody ever actually have a MySpace account?
Shabby says, so Mick still has funny stuff on Instagram. Jeez.
Probably will, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like you, though. I'm kind of like, I'm doing stuff. And
it's a great hobby. It's a great hobby.
Oh, no, I could never do what you do, man. I've said it.
Say you stopped.
I'd end up fucking pulling the house down around me. Like, I'd rage quit, like.
Well, I tell you what, last year when I decided to go back into it, like I spent like a month or two watching nothing but YouTube videos of it. Like, YouTube's like you guys have a great platform here. Yeah. It's the amount of talented, great artists. Like some of the stuff, I'm like, it would make you want to quit. Like,
dude, I've had moments like that with the art and stuff.
I'm not compared to those guys. But you're in the same boat as me. You're kind of just starting as well. Like it takes time like you look at manga and the other guys, Detty and all those who put up art, Smithy, and they're great talents and they've been doing it for years. Like, I mean, you can't compare yourself to other people. You're only basically starting from down here. Like they're doing it for years up here.
I think I'm learning that over time as well. As I think this show has kind of taught me that. It's like just stop comparing myself to everyone else and just enjoy the process and kind of like in the build. And as Brian said, like I'm doodling fucking Spider-Man like while talking to him.
It's all right. Tubbs is used to being down there and up here, like so.
Well, to be fair, inside.
Sorry, I'm 6'1", so Tubbs would be like. Tubbs would be like that, jumping at my
we should
arm.
Make a new show, all right? We should.
Sorry, I had to get a small man joke.
No, but we should call it the new show Mixed Miniatures, and it's a talk.
Flats and smalls.
This is literally the miniature, and I'll dress up like everyone's like Mixed Miniature.
Also, hey, smugglers, how are you, dude?
Story smugglers.
You need a step ladder for me, kid. Mr. Dr. Smuggles. I just think of that cartoon every time I see his name. he does Warhammer as well. He's collecting skinks, I think. He told me that recently, which is a fantasy Warhammer army.
And would you ever consider doing like McFarlane's and things like? Do you know what I mean? Like, do we can get them like completely just unpainted?
Oh, the blanks.
Or
funny you should say. John has mentioned that a few times to me.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in Dublin last week in Forbidden Planet, and I saw one of those grey resin Chaos Marines from McFarlane. I was really tempted.
Cool.
It's just I didn't. So for some whatever reason, I think like the gig was that tonight, and I didn't have a bag, so I didn't want to carrying around a bag at a metal concert as well. So I would
understandable.
I'll get it next time. It'll be there, like it won't sell out. But I was looking at it. There's a big massive orc, which is like fucking.
I've seen that as
it's
well.
like
class.
Voyager size. It's huge.
Wow. That'd be a new challenge as well, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but the bigger it is, the much easier it will be. Like you're like this guy here. That'll be like 10, 15 sizes of him. Like this guy was a huge guy. So it will take time. Like, but I'd say it's doable. But my only problem is Citadel paints, which is the Warhammer paints. They're very, very easy to chip, like callous fingers, and I always varnish. That's why my photos are very shiny. So because it prevents my fat sausage fingers taking the paint off with hardened tips, you know. But no, I definitely will do that in the coming whenever I can get a chance. I'll probably get it off Big Bang or something like that. They'll have it.
And what's your process now for when you're starting one of the new miniatures? Like do you have to is there prep that goes into it, or do you just pick up the brush and go?
Yeah, it is basically. So I'll do an example here. Basically, all these miniatures, they're on runners. So if you're a Gundam, you know what I'm talking about. So like they're all like this. So you need to clip them out, and I'm going to show you what I use. So I use obviously to get the things off, but leave a bit of the runner on it, and then I use a more specialized this thing you use for this is not it, but I'm just using this as an example. I can't find my God hand. That's actually what it's called, clippers. So I would take the what's left of the runner that's on the model, using it. So if there's any, yeah. So this is not it, but it's around this size, and it's very fine, and it's really good. But you have to get it imported, like it'd be in like Hobby Link Japan or maybe eBay if you can find it for a good price. But like the problem with Hobby Link Japan, you get destroyed for custom charges. It's almost as the custom charges is almost as much as the clippers itself. So when I get most of it off, I get sand sticks and I sand it all down. Obviously, looks like here it is.
I have one of those actually.
That's yeah. Oh, they're amazing. They're really good for if you're like doing modeling or like Gundam, as I said before, which I also collect
when I did
well.
Model kit now as well, we use one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Transformers Furai models, the Flame Toys.
Yeah,
those are pretty good kits as well. They're like they'd be like a high, they'd be similar to in Gundam, like a high grade, and high grade, like it'd be between entry and more advanced. Like there's entry grade, which is be for your kids because like it's massive in Japan, as you know, and then high grade, which is the next level, which is what the Flame Toys kits are, but they're a bit better than high grade. And then the master grade, which is a larger figure. Like I'll show you a master grade off my shelf. Actually, it's the Gundam Barbatos. That's
wow, that's cool, dude.
That's that big.
That is really
so cool. From Iron Blooded Orphans. That's a master grade. So it has an inner skeleton, and then you put in all the bits and pieces all around, and you can get them for like a good price on eBay. Like that kit would be around 50 euro, but that's like one of the best grades to go. And then they have real grade, which is the same size as high grade. I know it's all confusing. I think Manga has done a few before, or know what I'm talking about, but there's real grade, which is the same size as high grade, but it's like the master grade in terms of it has an inner skeleton as well, but it's fucking tiny. And the one criticism I have about Bandai Plastic, which is the company that produces these Gundams, is it's very prone to stressing and breaking.
It's very shattery.
Oh,
what I
Christ,
call it.
okay. So you really got to watch what you're doing when it's all like
and they have these fucking awkward hands, callous hands that could squash one and break it in just by lightly pressing on it with my.
And have you ever had that happen during the process? Like
a few times, thankfully, not to the point where it ruins the figure. I have one, unfortunately, on one of my master grades, the face, and it ruins it. I have to tuck the chin into it to hide it. So but I know it's there, and it's like, but you can fake it.
Well, see, isn't that's the issue? It's kind of like because you put it together and painted it and whatever else, is you always know it's there. But if someone saw it on your shelf,
so you like
they think you designed it that way, you know. Because I mean, I have what's the McFarlane figure I had? What's his fucking name? Devastator.
Oh yeah.
I had to glue the fucker's head back on, and now his jaw doesn't work.
Oh, so the Fuhrer model.
Yeah.
No, he's on about McFarlane.
He's at the Batman Devastator.
McFarlane. Devastator is basically. Do you remember Doomsday in the Death of Superman?
It's Batman is Devastator, isn't it?
Just basically, basically Batman becomes like.
I have that comic. Yeah.
You know, and
it's been a while since I read that.
But I had the fucking thing, and he's a beast of a fucking figure, like. But he fell off the fucking shelf, man, and the head came off. So I had to glue it back on. But by gluing it, I had to kind of glue it a certain way. And now the jaw won't kind of detract, so it's kind of just got this like. But it looks cool on the like where I have it, but I know in the back of my head is like, yeah, I can't move his fucking head at all. Like, you know, the jaw did.
Yeah.
Salacious says he's baiting his testicles. Mr. Gerald told Salacious it's good for the skin, moisturising the wall.
York. And that is the way.
I think no idea.
Is he confused it for Coke?
Possibly. There's an interesting
Christian. Jesus Christ, the puff.
But I sidetracked it. You asked about you asked me about the process about doing when starting.
Yes, the process of
because so like, what I usually do, usually the mistake for a lot of people who get intimidated by Warhammer. Oh, you can hear me, can you?
Yep,
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's perfect. So basically, a lot of people, when they put together Warhammer, this is from looking from afar or who have listened to or talked to, they mistakenly glue the entire figure together. So what you're doing is you're kind of making it awkward for yourself to do the painting, because say if you're doing like a shotgun pose, you can't get behind the shotgun with the paintbrush. You can't do the underarms unless you make it really messy and all that, and it's going to drive you insane. So what I do usually, and I'm going to show you, this is going to be, hopefully I get done by the episode 100. I do into sub-assemblies. So this is for the Adeptus Mechanicus. So this is a tank. This is actually all one finger. So I have the legs of it, which is here.
Yeah.
And then I have the gunner, that's his arms. And then I have the turret of the gun. So I put into, and this is a cork, so I put on cork, and I paint it individually, and then I varnish it all, and then I glue it with super glue. I usually use plastic glue when doing this kind of assembly. But you see, plastic glue melts paint and melts the parts of the plastic. That's what's its purpose for doing it. So I usually don't use that. I use super glue because it won't fuck up the paintwork if it's, say, you got a bit of super glue on the paint. So that's what I basically do. Like there's times like this guy adds my next one for next week, hopefully. Shit, I just noticed the gun is fucking bent and broke. Oh, super glue that. Great.
Super glue is
but that one, that one, I didn't have to because there's no stopping me. There's no like awkward parts to paint, so I can just glue it as one. And there's examples like that. So it's yeah, that would be my process. And then I would use 2 primers for painting. So I use what they call a zenithal spray primer, which is I spray the entire figure in black, and then when that dries, and I do it outside. Don't do it in your house. You smell of varnish. It's horrible.
I did it with spray paint one time.
And aerosol cans
indoors.
Don't.
Yeah, it's not recommended.
I was getting my office to play,
and I did it when I was, and you know what it was? It was Halloween, and I was going to a Halloween party as the Scarecrow, but it was kind of like a fixture of like the one from the Arkham games and the comics. So I had built the entire kind of like hand thing with the syringes. So I got all these over to like home base, and I fucking bought all the parts and I put it all together and everything else, and then
no actual syringes, right?
The which?
No actual syringes, hopefully.
No, do you know what they were? They were plastic syringes, right, for the fingers. But what we did was we put we hardened fishing wire.
Okay.
To come out of the tip, so it was like a proper kind of. It looked like it was a needle tip, but it was just bendy, you know. But what I did was I put it in my shower.
Is it soft? Like it won't poke someone's eye?
Yeah. If it would just bend, it wouldn't hurt anything, like, you know. But when I was spray painting all the things like to make them look metallic silver and metallic fucking colors and stuff, I did it in my shower. I ruined the fucking shower completely. I couldn't get the paint off. The house smelled like fucking paint for about a week.
Did it get on the shower curtain?
Everyone got it on the shower curtain. I was kind of, every time I take a shower, there was paint on my feet. I was like, fuck. So you know when you don't think, you think, oh, just get this done here. But so I agree with me. Never paint inside.
No, it's not a good idea.
No, always do it outside.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Fumes would fuck you up, like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was fucking very high.
It's horrible. It smells really bad. Yeah.
And do you obviously you paint them from scratch once you've built them and stuff?
Chris says, "Bollocks the fighting games make sure for Super 7." So
is the process like? What's the hour? Like, what's the time frame of the entire process from like beginning to end?
Depends on work. It depends on. I live in Wexford Town. My parents are out of Wexford Town, so I visit them like every weekend. So it. By the way, for Smithy, right up there. And you see the mitten boxes at the top.
Right. I make it big.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Put away this vomit bucket, Jono.
They look really cool.
Yeah. So you can't. I see the video quality is great on my end, but behind it is NECA Movie Turtles, and behind it is the Mirage comic Mondo 1/6 scale Turtles. So I have comic, movie.
I saw Smith's Toy Store got
and the toys. The only reason I got the Super 7 ones is because of the Playmates.
Yes, yeah.
I saw that, yeah. I think they're doing comic ones as well.
Yeah, there was the. I don't know if Brian would know this now more, but I've seen the original kind of like. Do you remember the original versions of the cartoon?
They're like replicas of the older ones.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I was even thinking to myself, it's like fucking. Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. They look okay, like. So
Nick said he'd come back to Ireland just for Supermax.
Yeah.
Supermax. Oh, man. Anyone that ever comes,
we have a Burger Mac.
Just try this, right? Burger King extra large bacon double cheeseburger, and then get the burger. Then take a stroll up to the top of the town in Limerick City, and get chicken hut gravy. and then just open that burger, dip the gravy on top, man. It is the most disgusting burger you'll ever fucking witness,
Why
but it
would
is
you
the
tell him
tastiest
that?
fucking meat you'll ever put in your mouth.
Sounds tempting.
Fucking unreal.
There's
man.
a
Fucking
great
unreal.
place. There's a great place in Wexford Town called Chard. We have a few decent chippers actually.
Yeah.
Like as they say in Wexford, there's the only thing in Wexford is knackers and strawberries, and you ain't no strawberry. As the joke goes.
So, like, I know there's a few lads that enjoy a bit of gravy on the show. So, Supermax gravy is
Non-burgers.
Mm.
infamous. Or sorry, chicken hut gravy is a bit infamous down here. Everybody fucking is told to try it. So basically, what it is, it's the scrapings from the back of the oven and mushed into a paste, and then sold as gravy, and everyone says it's
It
amazing.
tastes unfucking real. Like it should not taste
Good
as good as
Lord.
it tastes.
Do
It
you know
has
why?
no right to be.
It
that
sounds
tasty.
like it sounds like Rizzles. It's a guy in Wexford Delicacy down here. So it's basically onion batter and
Yeah.
what do you have with the stuffing? Is all boiled together.
And it's all
Apparently, it's
mashed
nice.
together.
But
Do you know why? Do you know why it's like fucking so popular
Yeah.
down here? It's
so
because everybody goes to Chicken Hut when they're drunk. That's why.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
when I did drink,
yeah,
I
that's
used to
the same
remember-
reason for the Rizzles here. Yeah. It's like it's our version of the Batter's Mars Bar.
And it's so weird as well
Yeah, we
because
got
Mars
those
Bar.
in Limerick City, right, where we were like when I used to go out drinking, like there was a club called the Icon, which was like
A shithole.
but I mean like
I've heard of it. Yeah.
geography wise, right? It
The
was
Icon.
nowhere near the Chicken Hut. Do you know, it was nowhere near the fucking Chicken Hut. It was the other side of fucking town, and you
It's
come
about
out of the
500
Icon at like 3,
meters,
4
yeah,
It's supposed to be
wobble.
It's supposed to be a
You
great
find your
Chinese
way
there. Apparently, is there?
in the town, is it?
Right by Icon in town. Yeah, I have a mate
There's
we
a
did
lot
the
of restaurants
ACCAs
around
together.
Yeah, there's one around where
Yeah.
the market where market was as well. Like, but yeah, most people would find their way drunk as a skunk, man, up through the entire town to find Chicken Hut, and then
Like Lassie
probably
come
fall
home,
asleep at the window. I remember I did it one day, man. I went in after being out, and I spent 40 quid on burgers, gravy chips, fucking fillet burgers, fucking. I woke up the next morning. I had burger half on my chest, and never even.
Were you buying for the whole restaurant?
That's what
I
would
ate it
think
all the next day, though.
when you're drunk.
There's
as well.
nothing better
Oh,
than
you want a
having
burger,
fucking
do you?
takeout.
We've
I mean-
all been there.
Oh man, I've always said it. Pizza tasting it nicer the next morning.
Hell you on, as we say in Wexford.
Ted says, do you guys remember any Sega Nintendo cheat codes?
Oh,
The only one I can think
Oh,
of
fuck yeah,
offhand
Jesus, yeah.
is the Grand Theft Auto ones, which is like R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up.
And it was always like left. It was up, down, left, right, A, B, C,
I've-
or A, B, X, or whatever the fuck it was.
Donkey
like,
Kong Country, down Y, down Y.
What did
Man,
that
I
do?
fucking because I got the SNES
It,
Mini, right? Have you seen those, Mick?
Which one, sorry?
It's the Super Nintendo Mini. I remember they did the re-releases of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
In
Oh,
they were like-
yeah, actually, my brother got it. He has the
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo and
I
Super
hacked it.
Nintendo.
I just
Oh.
hacked the machine the minute I got it. Like, my mate gave me just like literally YouTube again. Go on and just follow the steps. And I put like fucking 900 games on the fucking
You
thing. Yeah.
Oh, me that did that, you tape.
Which?
I did that for you, you twat, not your mate.
No, I did it.
I was going to say,
did it on
how
SNES.
could
did
you
the
reach for the
PS1.
controller? You probably have to get, when you say hack it, I thought you used a pickaxe.
No, but you know what it is as well, is right, because I've always said it, like, nostalgia is a weird beast, right? Because I remember like fucking
Nice,
playing
Shannon.
games like Last Vikings and Bob and Cool Spot and all these cool games and Desert Strike and all this shit, right?
Cool spot, I
Go
remember
back.
him.
Go back
That
and
was
play
class.
them now. Oh man, they don't hit the same way at all.
Cool Spot was like the
this is
7-Up game.
fucking shit, like. But the only one game that does still hit the same way for me, is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like,
I've never
it's
played
just-
that one, actually.
Oh, dude,
Class.
they have it on. They actually have it on the
Super
PlayStation
Nintendo,
Store
are we
now.
talking about, is it?
Yeah.
Super Nintendo we're talking about, is it?
Yeah, Super
Yeah, it was
Nintendo.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega Drive too.
I like I said, my brother has my old one. He has all the games, but like ones I love was Killer Instinct,
Fucking love Killer Instinct.
Donkey Kong trilogy. What else we had? We I had a few stinkers there, but what else do I have? Yeah, Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, the three of them, and
I had the Mortal
it'll
Kombat.
come back to me.
You
Funny enough, I
remember
never had it.
there was
I
a
rented them.
racing game called Street Racer.
Oh, I had that.
Yeah, it was like a
Like,
generic Mario
played
Kart
in-
ripoff.
The PlayStation ones I have, not the
Yeah.
Super Nintendo one. Oh,
But it was
International
fun.
Superstar Soccer Deluxe as well.
Fucking
Yeah, and the
yeah.
guy shouted it out. International Superstar Soccer.
Oh,
But it was because I mean, International Superstar Soccer,
Brilliant, I
correct me
loved
if I'm
it.
wrong, became Pro Evolution, right?
yes, it's the same company.
It grew into the Pro Evolution franchise over time, like
Pro
they were great
Evolution,
games.
That I
There was
loved.
one me and Brian were talking
I
about.
loved
Do you remember
them
Soul
until
Blade?
Yeah, Soul Blade was class.
Soul
What was it?
Calibur.
No,
It
it
was-
was
it
the
was Soul Blade
original one was
first.
called Soul Blade, and then it became Soul
PlayStation 1.
Calibur after.
Or Soul
Soul
Edge
Blade
was Japanese one.
Yeah,
Soul
it was
Edge
the
was
Street Fighter
Yeah.
2 was another one.
Did you see the trailers for Street Fighter 6, by the way?
Street Fighter 2.
Subs.
The new one, the brand
Yes, I've been watching it.
new. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a fucking open world,
It's-
fucking
it's
create
amazing.
your own fighter game now.
I
It's
played it.
weird.
It's brilliant.
yeah.
You know,
I love
I was
that
kinda
shit.
wondering-
I absolutely love it. I just like to create. It's like the old SmackDown games. I used to love making up my own wrestler and
dude, I'm still
building
doing
up the
them now.
stats for being really weak and shit.
Like, yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Which one?
man, I fucking have WWE 2K23 there, man. I created like my entire because we used to wrestle before. Obviously, we had like 17 of us that were there, and I created like the entire roster and built the universe mode and everything. I'm still a big fucking wrestling nerd, like, when it comes to that shit. But it's all nostalgia.
I listen to a lot of podcasts. Yeah,
Mhm.
I listen to a lot of podcasts of the old wrestlers. Myself and Brian passed
Yeah.
a few ones between us. Like
Yep.
Kevin Nash is one I listen to every week.
He's one is surprisingly good,
Absolutely
man.
nuts.
It's called In the Click, isn't it?
Oh,
I think it's called In the
he
Click.
is so intelligent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Click this.
No, I
is
think the
called,
podcast is
Yes,
called In
the click. Yeah. Click this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, click this.
But
yeah.
he's
The
doing with his friend, the same guy. He did Sean. He did the kayfabe commentaries. Brian would know that.
That's
Would you?
what it was. Yes, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you ever see those videos on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd have the wrestlers on. He'd be like that.
Same guy. So they have great chemistry.
Yeah, I enjoy it because the thing I like about Kevin Nash is you'd expect Kevin Nash to, do you know what I mean? Because you've heard stories over him over the years about being in the clique and Joe being friends with Michaels and bodies, and you'd expect him to kind of like, you know, like defend it all, but he doesn't.
Be an arsehole.
He's just so straight up about stuff, man. It's brilliant. I love watching the realistic stuff. I mean, it kind of killed kayfabe.
I listen
to the highest point, but it's interesting.
Yeah, the curtain call. Yeah, Jim Cornette still hasn't got over
in
that.
general did.
Jim
Do you know, like
Cornette
wrestlers
is-
having their own podcast talking about stories, it pulls the curtain completely open on the wrestling business. But we've been watching it so long now. We know the song and dance that comes with wrestling, like, you know, predetermined, fucking, you know, acrobatic, fucking. Basically, it's like watching a play, but people get their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
Okay, Todd, we're going to get back on schedule because we have to finish the.
Sorry, Mick, we went trailed.
No,
I took you down the rabbit hole.
See, that's the good thing. The fucking conversation just takes off. But there is
It's good. It's good. I like the
I meant to
banters.
ask you as well. Mick Connor says, "Are you heading to the Big Schmoke for Comic Con in August?"
What day in August now? Is it the end of August? 25th
5th or something like that.
Are the tickets still available?
I think so, yeah. Because we still have to get Tubbs to go as well.
Yeah, I'll be up. I'll be up for going to. Yeah,
I think
It's
we're all
still-
going there on the Saturday anyway. So
Is it just it's a 1 day thing, Brian? Is it?
no, there's
It
Saturday
could be
and Sunday.
two. It's two. Yeah, I was there with Shane, my brother, before this pandemic there, and we were there for the 1 day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One
Is
day
it still in the same place? Is it the same place? Is it in on the George's Quay? The past.
convention center.
Yeah, it's the same place, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I was there that year as well, the year just before the pandemic. So we may have passed each other at some point.
Without knowing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. It was really cool. All the seeing all the cosplay and all the I've seen the guys from Dublin City Comics. I get my comics from there or something. Well, them and Big Bang. So I would pop in there and see what's the crack. Oh, it was pretty cool. I remember that morning we were queuing and fucking. I remember the wind.
Yeah.
It almost took the skin off you. It was so fucking cold.
And there was fucking
And
girls
Dublin,
in
man,
dressed up as
Dublin's
anime
all down a
girls.
fucking a riverfront as well.
Frozen.
Like, you think about it.
yes,
cold.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
So
take the skin off you.
Before we go any further, we'll do the art corner before I forget.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, we trailed well off, man. I love this.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, Brian is like, oh, man, get back on track. The ship is about to sink.
Oh no, the ship never fucking sinks.
It never sinks. It just goes off and kind of
It's
sways.
just tugging
It's like
on at the fucking
it sways in the
max
storm, you know.
So
It's
It
what
doesn't
happens
capsize.
when
If it doesn't capsize, it's still good. It's still good.
This is it. I think I blame Brian because it's like
Oh,
when
wow.
Brian goes for a nap and he leaves me steer the ship. It gets rocky. Like
okay, so this is from G-Force. He made
Yeah,
things for the my words are
Oh.
missing now as well.
dioramas. Isn't it?
These are risers for his detals. Exactly. There we go.
wow, cool.
So these are really cool.
Wow, this looks cool.
And he added a design to them as well, like fucking metal steps. It's fucking class. Check
That's
that
Oh,
out.
that's fucking
amazing.
wicked, dude.
So yeah,
Like
G-
Tubbs,
Now,
you say
is this 3D
you-
printed or?
uh,
it looks to be.
it looks wooden. So
Maybe.
I don't-
No, I think it's handmade. I say
yeah, I
it
think
will.
it's handmade. He
No,
does
Wow,
handmade.
that's impressive. Like there's a
It's
lot
handmade.
of detail on the steps.
And he used
Tubbs, you say you said you wish you could do what I do. I wish I could do that. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have the
I think we
patience
all
to
kind
do
of
that.
aspire to kind of like take a bit of everything that we see and kind of like try to implement it and stuff like. Because I'm
Yeah.
really,
But it's
I'm trying to work out to get it like my old wrestling persona like Ace, the with the costume with the white mask and the black. I'm mad to. Is that
So-
fucking Liv Morgan?
this is from Manga Fandanga. Batman Japan, he called it.
Okay,
That's
Is
amazing.
incredible.
That's class.
dude, I say it every single
Like-
fucking week, man. I fucking
Like-
I want to like make love to mangas art like.
Are you saying it's one for the wank bank? Is it Tubbs?
Oh man, 100%.
I
And I
think-
would
I
be
think he
fucking
is,
screen
yeah.
recording this letter.
Um,
It's
G-Force
an image I
said
don't
he
want. I did it myself.
made installation form. He made the stems
It's
or
just the red. The red pops the art,
Yeah.
and I think it's a fantastic color. It just works with black and grays and stuff.
The white on the sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, the
great.
shine
great.
off the sunglasses is
It's class.
I mean, dude,
Uh,
it's the stuff I see here on a weekly basis. Like really, kind of like pushes me to try different things. Like, do you know what I mean? Really try to kind of step outside the comfort of what I kind of have become comfortable with art wise. And it because I see this stuff and I'm kind of, oh, I'd love to try that. You know, love to try that kind of color scheme and stuff to see how it works. But
very cool.
just to see,
So,
can you kind of like, I don't know, I tried it with the Two-Face art a few weeks back just to kind of see could I get to the same level
fucking
of
side
Manga's Batman.
boobs.
Didn't get to the same level, but I was very happy with the result of what I got. So it helps you, you know, all this stuff, man. Every single week
Well,
helps everyone grow. Like
It helps you up your game. Like
it really does, man, and
Yeah.
kind of it gives you.
I mean,
know, it's just you know,
like the detail in the shirt is amazing as well. Like the bits of grey
100%.
and this
and there's the mix minis. Come on, give us a look at them.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
the one.
so I'll start.
Yeah, I got
Dude,
two done this week.
Arcor,
I was completely
Arc2.
shocked when I found out that you didn't magnify, like you didn't use
You
a magnifier
can.
to do these. Like,
I-
that's mind blowing.
I wouldn't be able to. That's another objective of mine to go on to next because super glue and I mentioned plastic glue before. Super glue can ruin your work, which like I use the gloves, the blue gloves, because as I said, my fingers are so callous that, and also it doesn't like sometimes with my finger I don't realize my own strength. Like I pinch it too hard and it might break, or it doesn't put on the arms, for instance. on long enough. So at least with the gloves, I can softly touch it and put it into place, and then it helps you to make it into a pose I want to put it into. But magnetizing is another level I want to get to next. I've seen, like I mentioned, I watched loads of YouTubers use it, and it looks amazing. But you have to use a craft knife, a standing knife, to cut into the plastic and put, like, to have the measurements to be precise and put in the magnet. I don't know if I could ruin, like, and these models are fucking expensive. Like, it's the one downside to it. There's a hobby. Like the Rangers, these guys, you get a box of 5 and it'd be 35, 40 quid.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
it's a very expensive hobby.
Though, right?
Yeah, like, and I get so bloody like, as it comes with the patience, I don't know. I show it to my family, and it's like, how the fuck you with no fucking patience whatsoever, like.
But you know what I figured out over time as well, dude, is like I'm like that in a lot of ways. Like, with patience wise, I think it's creatively. If it's something you love doing, you tend to just fucking focus, and your patience become a lot better with stuff like that. But I used to find with, like, normal jobs, like working 9-to-5 jobs, like, man, I fucking no patience for nothing, you know. But it's the stuff like this, like, I really kind of dig. This is fucking. I say it to you every week, dude. It just fucking blows my mind. Like.
Oh, much appreciated. Like, I know how you feel. Like, I'm in, like, the accountancy business, and you deal with fucking Aegis every day. And, like, I do this for therapeutic kind of way. Like, it's, and the Gundam stuff as well. Like, I use this room to wind down. Like I said, I don't do
the rest of it. Like,
my escape from reality. Huh?
Like myself in here.
My problem is I need a room like
that. So many tiny details. Quick quality again.
Cheers, Shima.
But what you were saying, like 35 quid for 5 of those small little guys, I will counter that with, like, most Marvel Legends are like 25 quid and they do fuck all.
Yeah, I suppose every like I'm into as you know, I'm into Transformers. I actually show you. Is it okay if I show some pickups? I'll be quick through these. So I'm man into Transformers. So, like, for instance, this one's like the fans' toys. It's third party. So these are like hundreds of euro as well. Yeah. So, like, no matter what hobby you're into, it's very expensive. So,
it's all fucking expensive.
It's. You like, I listen to you guys and they talk about the Star Wars community and how toxic it is. I always thought the Transformers one was, and Jono would see it as well, and I'm not sure of the others, but God, some of the stories you'd be saying is like, it makes the Transformers community like a fucking kindergarten. Like, there's another one's a legend scale. I collect like Hasbro third party, so this is a legend scale brawl. So I'll be opening these on like at the weekend, and from Big Bang. The Dirge.
I still need to get
this is. I will, if I were you, I'd get them as quick as possible, because this is the same figure. Remember that 2-pack Hasbro fucked up where it became exclusive, and it went mayhem on the aftermarket. Like spending 150 on the aftermarket trying to get them. They're actually copping on and re-releasing them. Pete.
Story school.
The name of my dog, Mr. Pete. Tez. And this one is exciting. This is Star Toys is a new third-party company. Let's open it up if I can. It's a third-party. I'll probably drop this.
Don't drop it, whatever you do.
Oh, wow.
So, it's Masterpiece. Yeah, Masterpiece scale. He's wow. I'll put up focus there. So let's do this.
That is
so
cool.
He's gotten great reviews. People are thinking this will probably usurp. It will usurp. That's it. Thanks. The fans' toys version, and it's a good price as well. It's like a.
I did have the fans' toys one for a while. Fucking beautiful figure.
Hey, like they're more show pieces. They're not they're not to transform. Like fucking else, I've seen people break them on videos, and
Fucking
like
horrifying.
they're more showpieces rather than like I have the Dinobots up there, right in the corner up here, the fan size ones. Those ones you can transfer back and forward. Yeah, John, I totally agree. Yeah, like the fans toys fans are the most toxic in the Transformers franchise. Like I got hammered on the
They've got
forums.
notions, like, don't they?
But I think you know what it is. I think it's gotten to the point like it doesn't like one is always worse than the other. But I mean, I don't really. I think all fandoms in general are just they've all become toxic, man.
Well, I think every fandom has their militant corners, like.
Oh, they do. Like from
assholes.
anything from DC to fucking Marvel to fucking Star Wars to fucking even Star Trek, all this kind of stuff that has a cult following, and access to the internet has made it, even fucking worse.
Oh no, I mean the fans test. Like if you look on the TFW 2005 forums, you come across some batshit crazy fuckers.
Yeah.
Like, but Hasbro is kind of an enemy unto itself because they don't go after these third parties or as Tesma Chaos. Just let them. They actually get their ideas for their next figures. Okay, fans are into this. We'll copy this. You know. So like the articulation has gone way better for Hasbro Transformers figures now because people are like they watch from afar what the third party people are doing, and because fans actually want ankle rockers or ankle pivots.
We'll do that.
Oh,
fuck those
people
guys.
want app crutches. Yeah, I mean
the Power Rangers fandom, man.
Power Rangers. Actually, I hear Thomas the Tank Engine fans are really toxic on Twitter.
Dude, do you know what I think, Brian? I forgot to tell you this. I was at home last week. I was looking for something to watch, and Brian will tell you.
Watch it.
Like if I have a night where like I'm just my brain isn't working 100%, and I don't want to put on like a movie that's I have to pay attention to. It's either like Family Guy or it's like the 70s show or something. I
Tubbs, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Did you watch that Power Rangers thing?
I fucking did, dude. I did. I sat down and watched the fucking Robot Rita, and I was like, what the fuck, man? And it's still fucking stupid. It's still fucking just really ridiculous. But man, I was watching it going, this was my fucking childhood, man. This is ridiculous.
Is it Japanese inspired? Because it looks like the old 1970s Japanese. Remember the old
the Power Rangers,
Spider-Man?
Like,
the original TV show was all Japanese footage, but it was like the American kids
was the original one. Like, I mean, obviously before it became like the American juggernaut.
Yeah, they probably did. Like, I mean, like Transformers was Japanese originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of things came from that side of the world. You know what I mean? And they just became different.
Japan's great. I love the
products over time, and
yeah. So
like Digimon, was it like I only found out the other day Digimon was out before Pokemon.
Yeah, but Digimon was in those.
I didn't know that.
Wasn't it, years ago?
Like Tamagotchis.
Yeah, it's something like that, wasn't it?
And is that what it came from? It was like I mean, I know it was the catalyst. Like Pokemon wasn't the first thing, and everyone, but it became so popular. But I think everyone thought that Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh and whatever they were, they all came after it. But no, it was actually Digimon was like way before it.
Yeah.
Yes, Jono.
Yeah.
Totally with you, Jono. I got abused on it once, and there was this weird guy. He demanded to know why I collected it because all I said was, "I'm free my pre-order for the fans' toys."
Demanding to know.
Oh, what's the guy? Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck are you?" Doing a Conor McGregor meme. It's just like.
It comes off like this privilege that like they feel they need that you should answer this. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Like man. At the end of the day, it's adults arguing over fucking toys. I was just like, I mean, like all because I said, I'm freeing up my. Yes. Yeah, I found out the hard way.
How are you, dude?
Story ways.
But it's Way. How are you?
I see what you did there.
Roots.
That Power Rangers show 30 was worse than She-Hulk.
It was worse than she.
Well, that's a low bar you picked there,
But
Jonathan.
what I couldn't understand, I mean, like I do understand
That
what
bad.
happened. Like, so in the original, obviously, like you had the Red Ranger was the leader, and then Tommy came along as the Green Ranger, and eventually took over as the main kind of thing. But obviously, because Jason David Frank had passed away, and what was the girl's name?
Trini
Yeah.
Frank or something like
That
that.
played the Yellow Ranger.
Kimberly
She died as well.
Oh,
So it was kind of became like a tribute
Oh.
show as well in a lot of ways. But Billy was
I
like
love
the
new
leader.
Power Rangers on Netflix.
And I was kind of going like, when the fuck did Billy become the fucking the main character? Like,
Well, I suppose him and Zach were the only two left, weren't they, from the original cast?
yeah, because Kimberly was gone as well, and they kind of brought a couple of the other Rangers from the other kind of like iterations over
Yeah, see,
as well.
I didn't know those two because I stopped watching it after fucking the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't.
I remember the movie. Yeah,
I know them, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I remember the movie, and I remember the second. I kind of started because I mean it was the 90s, dude. I kind of it was on TV. I grew up with it, and
I saw that.
to be honest, I thought Tommy was cool as fuck. I was like, if I was ever a Ranger, I'd be the Green Ranger. Then when he became the White Ranger, I was like, but I want to be the White Ranger. And then I was conflicted. And I just wanted to bang Kimberly because she was awesome at pink.
I think we all did.
Yeah, it was that and Kelly Kapowski.
We all did, yeah.
Kelly
Even as a
Kapowski.
kid.
Bell, I'd save your bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tez, I'm
no
sure there is
toxicity in the spectrum.
all rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying, Mick. At the end, at the core of all of this, it is adults arguing
Space
over
Ninja Ballet.
fictional shit, toys
Like
and movies and all this. And
Connor says, "Waze is the last one. We've reached our yank limit now."
but as I said to Brian many times, it's like we should be just like what you like and enjoy what you enjoy, and
yeah, like
the way it should be.
The one thing that brought me back into brought me into collecting. I'll say that story. Will we finish off the rest of the art corner? Because I'm sure there's other guys who have
No, I
their
think
stuff
that
as well.
was
Is that?
your stuff was last, so it was quite enough week for this week.
Oh,
Do you want?
grand. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I started collecting in 2015. I was living in Dublin, and unfortunately, I contracted massive stomach pains. Now this happened when I was at home the year before, so I went to hospital for a few days, and they thought it was gallstones, so sent me back home with painkillers. So I moved to Dublin at that time. This was back in 2014. So I was in a job as a trainee accountant, and was living in Turnier, working at mines, and was walking to work, and all of a sudden, the evening before that, I got violently sick, and then I felt something in my stomach, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" So I went to bed early, and then the thing in my stomach moved from the pit of my stomach to the left-hand side. So I was like, what the fuck is this? So I was walking home, and when I got to the office, I just couldn't stand up. I was just in pain. Like my side was in absolute agony. So went to the clinic, and I said, oh, I think it's your appendix. So was rushed to hospital. Was on the bed for 6-7 hours.
Good
and my
Irish
battery
accent.
died. And was on the bed screaming in agony with loads of other annoyed, but I think feeling sorry for me. And yeah, and we're about to it was one doctor who actually saved my life because it was on the verge of exploding. So basically,
my sister when she was younger,
So-
yeah, it's horrible.
I tell you, man, like I was in so much agony. I felt like it was like the scene in Alien with the chest buster. It was yeah, it was like I was like I have an okay threshold, but I was screaming. I've never felt this pain. And other people have appendix out, know the pain I'm talking about. But they were about to send me back home again with just pump me with painkillers, and they thought it was gallstones again. But there was this young doctor. I really regret. I wish I knew his name. it's like it happened so fast. But he battled in my corner and said, no, I think it was his appendix. So it took me in, realized it was the fucking appendix. So I went in under the knife the next morning. And then,
But I mean, the thing about that is, man, if they explode inside you, your whole system can be poisoned. Like,
oh fuck!
you know what I mean? So
your whole you could. It could you'd be either be on a drip or having so many blood transfusions or wherever for a while if you're lucky to survive, or you'd be absolutely fucked. And thankfully, apparently, when they said they took it out, it was this big, like
Jesus.
And but anyway, to the point. To the point. I had nothing to do. See, I do weights, so I went to the gym. Avid, do a lot of exercise, sports, bit of soccer here and there, and at the time, and I couldn't do anything. So because I had a surgery, so I was out of commission for 2 months, and said, what will I do? So I said, oh fuck, I was into Transformers when I was younger, so watch a few cartoons and. Watched the ones I remember from a kid, and I said, "Oh, it'd be cool, like just to have, like, a few figurines, for the bedside." Ah, Grace, and
cameo queen.
so so I was on Amazon and just ordered some, and I was just like I really liked them. It was a Cyclonus and it was a Hot Rod figure, which. Two of my favorite characters, and I said, Jesus, this is actually really popular. I didn't realize there was a community for this because I was sport jock at the time. There's nothing into sport, and I was a nerd. I played video games at the time. I loved Assassin's Creed or whatever, all those games when I was in my late 20s, mid 20s. So I said, see what the comics. I liked comics when I was younger as well because people don't know I was deaf when I was younger. So I couldn't speak till I was 6 or 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so comics were my cartoons. It was a rare care of the grommets. Long story. German measles, nasty as well. But but comics were my cartoon. I'm still alive, so not too bad. And
everyone has an origin.
Other things, but. Sorry?
I said everyone has an origin story, and that's yours.
So I thought.
Did I blank out?
With skeletons in the closet and all that shit.
No, he said you. That's your.
You're lagging sometimes on my end.
Okay. No, I said that's your origin story.
Oh yeah, I got that bit then. Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, I love hearing these things. Like, I mean, Brian, when I was doing my interviews and stuff, like I was very big on kind of hearing the process between just out of how people kind of like started coming into where they are now. Like.
Yeah, but funny. This is my first comic I ever got. But when going to collecting was Last Stand of the Records.
Oh, class, the Transformers one, yeah.
Which is a famous Transformers comic from IDW, but then the author and the author and the art, the author and the artist is from this guy from Nick Roach, so he's from Wexford, which is fucking small world. He's from New Ross, which is on the border between Wexford and Kilkenny. And I always buy his prints. He always has prints in the local art gallery here in Wexford. So I always, like every Christmas, support, just buy a few things, interact with him a few times on Twitter. But he's actually responsible. Do you remember the Thrilling 30, Brian, of Springer? Do you remember that back far? No.
I'll be honest.
This guy here. No. It's seen as probably one of the best Transformers Hasbro's ever done. It's got universal acclaim. This guy here, but he is a complete likeness of the comic. So, I have a box, an unopened box of this guy here, but one what I'd like to do is to meet Nick and get him to sign it or something on some convention if he ever does one. So that's one plan there Yeah, he's from Wexford, so like whatever stuff he does comic wise for IDW. Now the IDW lost the Transformers license, so they don't do Transformers for them anymore. So if he ends up in another, like, Transformers license will be bought by someone like Image or something like that, probably.
Yeah.
So if he does another storyline, I would like to support him on that. Yeah,
Guys,
that's how I got into collecting. And
before
then
going,
cool,
before
Gundam,
going,
and then
But
before we
I've
go
said
any
it to Brian
further,
100 times before. Is I do love these stories because, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, especially when I was doing the Twisted Tops podcast thing, it was like I remember saying to Brian, is like I tried to get people on, you know, like kind of in the acting world and kind of collectors or whatever and things like that. But I just love hearing stories because everyone has a story at the beginning of how they kind of got into what they're into now and where they, and it's always interesting. It's very human to have a story that starts kind of like that, you know. So I think, and it's always cool to hear, you know, people open up and talk about it as well. Like I enjoy that. I'm very big into that. I like that stuff. So thanks.
yeah, that was awesome to hear, man.
Yeah.
no bother.
Before we go any further, I did actually forget one thing on
What you forget, kid?
on the art corner. So
Oh yeah, okay.
this
We're
was sent to me by
backtracking.
Nick, because it was sent a few days ago, so I got lost in my messages. So Nick sent me this the other night. He said, Brian, any chance you show my little lad's pick on CultureCast next week? He did his own take on the
that's
thumbnail
pretty
podcast, and he's really proud of it. So
oh, look at that. That's cool.
That's pretty good.
that is awesome, man. You can see the turtles there and everything battling
Yeah.
away. So again, Nick, apologies for me
cool.
not
Do you know what it is, man? I've always said is, and my own daughter is actually drawn. Brian, you'll appreciate this as well. As like as I'm saying, is like watching kids, like Nick's kid here, draw the turtles and just have their imagination go wild on it. It's she drew this thing. It's like Fire Woman, and I was like, why did you draw? Where did that come from? She was like, I just wanted to draw a character like you do, and she started drawing the capes and everything. And I was kind of going, that's really cool. So when you see your kids do stuff like this, it's very expressionable, man, and I really dig this kind of stuff, like, because like I was saying about origin stories,
It's
like,
great
you
to
know,
see
Nick's
the
kid
interest
now
passed on to the next generation.
this is
Like,
a starting point, like.
yeah, I'm just
Keeping
saying
the
that
franchise
it's great to see
alive.
it passed on. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course, man, and I think this is cool, man. And especially to see kids. I love seeing creativity like this out of kids, man. Just, you know, because at one point in time we were kids and we were kind of doing this stuff as well, and so yeah, just great little art there, man.
So yeah, he reminded me there because I'm a bit of a simpleton sometimes. Basically,
we didn't miss it, but it's right there.
No, yeah, we did.
Better late than never.
Exactly.
Yeah, we went back. We
got
it.
But yeah, so fucking hell, like, yeah, I'm the same. Like, sickness and shit got me into collecting originally as well. As Tubbs well knows, that story is too long to tell though.
and Brian got me back into collecting.
Brian's
my origin story.
For my back into collecting. So yeah.
What I love about this community though, like there's nothing in Wexford. Like Brian follows me quite a bit on Twitter, and it's usually either dogs or football or whatever. But
I love both of those. That's fine.
Like you, Tubbs, what you're falling in love with social media, that like I wouldn't be able to put my stuff on or share my collectibles on Twitter, because it's like Twitter is like the gutter
and I don't really like Twitter, dude. I'm not a fan, and I know I kind of keep it because the groups are in Twitter, you know what I mean? But Instagram is good, and I find Instagram can be kind of hit and miss as well, but
Instagram is for funds.
No, but you know what it is? I find with Instagram, it is
those pesky thousands up there, no good there.
Because it's where you put your links in your pictures and your videos, right? That's kind of what it's for. Well, I normally would have posted a lot of my shit on Facebook, but you kind of understand it. Like Facebook is more kind of like selected to your like
I know Connor was fuller on Twitter. Like I'm also on football Twitter, but like if you post up some of the stuff, like, well, speak for me, like there's some really dark fucking accounts, and they would retweet your stuff saying grown man doing this, and like I wouldn't have.
It's
just like
you know. And who's the sad one? The grown man that likes to play with the toys, or or draw the pictures or paint the minis, or is it the food?
Yeah.
That's like being a shithead about it. Like, you go find a fucking hobby if you don't like what
Yeah.
we're doing. Oh, Brian knows me. I get
it's
roiled over
like
that shit.
it can be unforgiving, Twitter.
Mm.
So but if you know how to play the game, if you know what I mean, then you'll be fine. But like, I was thinking of just doing a separate Twitter account just to have my stuff on it, like posting it publicly and having a separate to my personal one. But or as you said,
photography and
do an Instagram. Yeah, I have to get a new camera. Like, that's the one thing. When I give my art corner stuff to Brian, you see, I'm no photographer. Like, and also you see mostly my big pork sausages fingers.
But do you know
in
what,
the
dude?
fucking
I
in the thing, and my camera's shit as well.
I mean, I know how to frame a shot. Like, me and Brian and Brian said it's weird how we learned how to take photos and stuff through making movies and things. Sure, and by using your phone and stuff, you learn how to frame and stuff. It's all about just pick your phone up and just move it around to the light, move a light around to like highlight stuff. It's all just trial and error, man, and just playing around with it. Really,
go on.
There's I painted one yesterday of one of the Elder Rangers guys. You showed one of them there on the art corner. I have one that I'm really proud of, but it seems like whatever photos I take of it, like even when I try to adjust the light, it doesn't do it justice, and I kind of like cringe. It's like, Jesus, my photography skills are fucking shite. It's an art, it's a skill. It's just I have to learn to up my game.
You could take 200 photos and one you could be happy with, like that.
That's it. And see, this is what people don't understand, dude. Is right. Photographers in general will tell you this. They take about fucking 500 photographs and probably pick the best 10.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's true, how many times like I brought Brian and a friend of ours, Kate, out on a photo shoot there one day, man, and just said it to him, like, I wanted to do like a movie style kind of photo shoot.
You're not fans either, Micah.
What we did with, like, I mean, how many photos did we take the day we were out in the Clare Glens that day, dude?
Jesus, I don't know. He kept me on.
Like, I mean, I came back with like, God.
It's one of those flashy, quick photo cameras, is it?
No,
so it's like, you know, in the movies, like a
proper DSLR camera, like, and everything, like, and but it's just, we took so many pictures, so many different angles, so many different, like, fucking, we changed our clothes and fucking did different things, and I was trying to go for like, but the funny thing about it, what came out of that was a script that I ended up writing called Gallows Lane, and I kind of had this weird quasi storyboard that I had like designed through the photography. And we never got to make the movie, but it was the script is still there anyway.
All that
time,
killing a girl in the woods. So.
It wasn't a killing a girl in the woods, dude. That was. I actually never showed you the.
I worry about you sometimes, Stephen.
But
is this a clue for Bruno, Jono?
Yeah, I wrote a script about a guy in a basement.
You might have given yourself away, Pubsy.
I was like, "Fuck, damn! I'm after giving away his location."
Do I hear knocking in Tub's room?
It's like fucking Bruno. That's who Gizmo was. That having Bruno's fucking head inside the doll, like.
Tubbs opens the door and the cat's outside. That's how small he is.
Oh, lads, it's fucking madness, man. I mean, I think the Bruno joke has like organically.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
But I don't know if you've noticed this, like, but that Bruno joke in the basement has organically kind of taken over the Brie Larson shtick every week. And I love that it organically became the new thing.
You don't have a PlayStation 5 anymore, it seems.
We needed a new thing. I didn't have the controller in front of me, so we just had a Bruno.
Yeah, murder is much better than having.
Oh, we forgot about him. Forgot about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I mean, we should do
until Bruno reappears. I'd say that Bruno joke is here to stay.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to do it during the week, man. I'm going to go back and I'm going to like rewatch the very first episode of the Culture Cast.
Oh, Jesus, don't.
Just to kind of see, like, what has become a thing.
Is it on?
Like, I was because I wasn't used.
I was
to
like that 2
before.
hours ago or 3 hours ago, Brian.
But I mean, has anyone here actually went back and watched the first episode?
It's
You have, Brian.
will
Yeah,
do. The first time I think that I interacted. I think the first time I've interacted with Brian was with. I remember him reviewing the Raiden figure for Storm's Collectibles.
Storm thing, yeah.
And then you start doing the interviews with all random YouTubers and cosplayers. Do you remember that the one-to-one thing?
COVID, that was.
And to be fair, that was the catalyst.
Yeah, I think that's how I discovered you. Yeah.
That's how I ended up doing the full 25 run of the Twisted Tubs Productions.
That was
the podcast was because Brian was doing them, and I really dug him. Like, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool that you're doing that, dude." And then what did you do, Brian? You poked me with a stick and said, "Dude, get off your arse and do it." I was like, "Okay."
There has been a challenge laid out for you in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tubbs Manga Fandanga has said, "I give you a challenge, Tubbs. You write a 12-page comic script. I'll draw it, give it away at Christmas for a charity wheel or whatever."
Okay. Challenge accepted, buddy. I'll do that.
Okay, so guys, you all heard him. If he doesn't do it,
No. You have to understand this, all right? Manga's going to draw it. So does this mean that I can get Manga to draw me a comic book with me in it? Because I reckon that'd be cool.
Tubbs, not for you.
You did say
I get to break the story. Now, will I put a spin on this? Will I make it a culture cast
Later, Nick.
thingy?
I think do whatever you can.
I think I could make a culture cast.
I'll say it will be Tubbs finally meeting Brie Larson and killing her
In the woods.
in the woods. Yeah.
That's something there, but do you know what it could be? This could be it, all right? This is just a brief kind of thing. It's like I go to a Comic-Con and I meet Brie Larson, right? Then she goes
whatever
missing.
Your story includes.
I know, and then you know, like, it's one of those things where, like, it goes down the dark road, and then I'm in this like fucking basement, and then there's a Bruno tied up, and you know he's fucking begging for his life, and then there's the spade and shovel, and then Brian becomes the guy that comes in to save the day upon a Shetland pony.
I have a good one. Do you ever see in Family Guy when Peter fights the chicken?
Yes. Love Family Guy.
You
would be Brie Larson versus Tubbs.
For 12-page panel. Oh,
reenacting that.
You'll make it work, buddy. We'll just do 12 pages of Brie Larson fighting Tubbs. All through the seasons, the 12 months of the year.
G4 says, I don't know how I met you lot. It must have been knackered.
Each page, what do you reckon? Each page could be a month of the year. Like one page will be Valentine's Day, and then Easter, and summer, and like Halloween, and it ends at Christmas.
Well, that's for you now, Tubbs, to go away and work on.
Okay, I will do that.
Could be, yeah.
And Davey says,
could be in different locations as well.
Reappearance.
Squishy needs to make a new appearance. Now, this is actually fucking something that I probably should bring back. Do you not remember the episode where I had like the Squishy thing and I was like making up this random story?
It's frozen now.
Because Brian was like trying to delegate stuff and do other things, and it just became this random, like, absolute fucking.
Can you hear me now?
Mental. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Is my internet
frozen completely?
Is it me or Tubbs or both of us?
I can hear you now, but sometimes it lags. It's probably my internet, is it? Or is it?
It could be mine as well, dude.
This is what happens when you get 3 hours.
Yeah, sometimes you
at the same time.
Yes.
In the back end of Beyond's, the sunny southeast, which is a load of bollocks. Piss and rain for days here.
You're trying to blend the east and the west over the pipeline of the Wi-Fi, like it's not good.
The southeast.
See,
the big beast from southeast of Ireland.
So we have a Christmas comic on the way.
You usually have the Wi-Fi issues.
Should we also do? This is just the thing, right?
That'd be class.
We should do Culturecast calendar, and we get but we'll get it. We literally alternate it, man. We'll get fucking 12 pictures in it.
Nobody wants to see you without
we'll get it.
pants, Tubbs.
Oh, we get manga to draw. We'll do all like fucking cartoon versions of all the peeps in the thing in the chats.
True G-Force.
Daddy says it's mixed, I think.
Yeah, I think it's mine. Yeah,
It's all
I think
good,
mine's
buddy.
not great.
I've had moments in this where like I fucking froze all the way through, or fucking had to like reboot halfway through. Even a while ago, you saw me had to jump off and jump back on while Brian was doing it. Technology and Wi-Fi, man, it's a pain in the hole, you know.
Ireland is so backwards when it comes to technology. Fucking hell.
So yeah, guys,
it took.
We've gone over, so I'm gonna.
We always go over, buddy. That's what we do here.
Yeah. Daddy said she wants a wrestling calendar special, lads. Oh,
I mean, but what would that entail? Are we in
As
wrestling
in
costumes? Are we wrestling?
Some of
each
you
other?
guys,
you know,
as a wrestler, yeah.
Oh, as me, as my wrestling calendar.
No, not you, Tubbs.
No, all the boys. But that's what I'm saying is, would we all be in costumes?
Well,
we can have like fucking.
If we can,
I would be Kane, but I'm not 7 feet tall.
But you're nearly there. You're taller than me, so you could be the Kane to. I'd be Rey Mysterio. And I actually, funny enough, I actually have an actual Rey Mysterio mask upstairs in a drawer that one of the lads got me in Mexico. But it's a real one. It's a real master.
Defo all on costumes.
All on costumes. I think Daddy has a different idea of what costumes people would end up wearing, like in this calendar. The likelihood is it would be like t-shirts and baggy pants. Is like.
She loved Kane.
Oh, so you do know wrestling?
My favorite wrestler.
Pity he's such a dickhead now, though.
Shit,
he's a
someone to become
Republican governor, yeah.
Yeah. So
all our heroes are frauds.
But I mean, the early days when he came out of Hell in a Cell and like ripped the door off the cage and like fucking just wrecked the Taker and everything. And
Jim Cornette.
It was unreal. And it's mad to think
that he's gotta be, or is it Vince McMahon? That gotta be Kane.
Yeah.
That's gotta be Kane. Oh, fucking Jim Ross, man, used to fucking rock the commentary.
So, kids' pajamas.
Oh, it's great.
Skin tight can be done. I
mean, so we're going to wrap
up. Not a real wrestler without that massive ass bulge. Like, what a way to finish the show.
Yeah, what a massive bulge. Yeah.
I had a great time.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm delighted, man. I'm delighted. You stumped me at the start completely.
For 2 seconds.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Just saying to the lads in the chat. Sorry, I didn't read out everyone's post, but I did put them all up. So, as far as I know, and obviously, a massive thank you to Mick for coming on, and great chatting to you.
Thank you for having me.
You're an awesome guest.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be many more. Thanks.
Definitely.
I was really worried. I was reckoning I'm probably going to be use up everything I want to say in 10 minutes or something, and like silence for the rest of the fucking podcast or something.
God, dude, you were.
I had a good time. It's my first one I've ever done.
That's the Irish people's special power is speaking.
And
so.
I will
great time. Hope to do it again.
When I
after 100, we're going to have more on. So.
Oh yeah, because I'm going to be calling it season 2. Obviously, when I get the ball.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I'll definitely come on the podcast over my channel as well when I start to back up. It'll be good crack.
Smitlord says,
yeah, just let us know.
Great to see you make my Super 7 brother from another mother.
Smithy.
Smithy.
Super 7.
Thank you, Jared.
Down with Jonathan.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna
thanks, Jared.
No problem, Jared.
Like, share, do all that stuff. We're going to chat for a minute after the podcast is over. So, have a good one, my friends.
Bye, guys.
Like and share,